My beloved child, you are here in this moment because your soul is searching for a word that truly finds you, a whisper that meets you exactly where you are standing right now. Let your heart know, without a single shadow of a doubt, that you are in the right place. These next few moments, these words that are reaching out to you, are not happening by chance. There's a closeness, a divine intentionality in what I am speaking over you right now. I am here to reveal things that have been hidden, to unlock blessings that have been waiting for you, and to draw you into experiences that push far beyond the ordinary. There is so much more available to you than simply going through the motions of faith or repeating the same old routines of hope. Consider this an invitation into a supernatural week, a real, living encounter with me. Nothing compares to the difference my direct voice and my loving intent can make when you truly open your spirit and listen. Each word that follows has been carefully chosen for your present circumstance, uniquely sewn into the fabric of your daily walk. So pay close attention, for turning away now means missing the specific gift only I can deliver to you. Right now, place your hand over your heart and whisper, "Father, I am here and I am listening." And let that simple act open your spirit to everything I am about to pour out. I am bringing strength for your weary heart, healing for those old wounds that still sting, newness for the dreams you felt you had to bury, and clarity where confusion has lived for too long. You are meant to receive these treasures, and the stakes are real. If you stay with me in this quiet space, I will bring transformation and restoration that only I, your Father, can give. Others may speak to you about me, but only I can speak to you as myself. This is my voice pouring directly into your heart, calling you to lean into my promises with a fresh sense of expectation. I want you to let your days begin in expectation of the supernatural. I am not distant. I am not unreachable. Each morning, as the light returns to the world, my presence is ready to meet you in the quietness. If you draw near and give me just a few moments, whether the sun is just rising or the day is closing, I promise to give you words that will renew you. I will fill you with a courage that outlasts any discouragement and provide healing from all that still aches inside you. This week, I have prepared miracles and blessings for you, not just in large, dramatic gestures, but in daily graces and subtle wonders. Open your eyes, for I am weaving opportunities into the very fabric of each challenge you face. Behind every difficulty, a door is opening to the supernatural, to moments where you step out of the ordinary and witness my power at work. Remember, my power has no limits. I walk beside you, and as you move forward in faith, step by step, I pour out blessings. Sometimes I do this quietly, sometimes overwhelmingly, but I do it always faithfully. I give you patience so you can recognize that the greatest miracles often begin as tiny seeds. A blessing buried in faith, tended by your trust and expectation, will grow and bloom in its perfect time. Wait for the appointed hour, the season of harvest, for it surely comes. Abundant blessings are being prepared for you, but I ask for a true decision from your heart. Will you today set aside the thoughts that pull you down, the thoughts that bring shadows instead of light? Come to my words. Hear them, hold them. Allow my promises to shape your perception, to guide your emotions, and to lead your decisions. Take a moment now to breathe deeply and say out loud, I choose your truth over my fears, and let that choice be the doorway to the new things I am preparing. I am not far off, never absent, but always deeply real and alive among you. Lean into my promises with the assurance that I keep every single word. My purpose is being written on your heart, even right now. You have a blessed future in my plan. I long to transform every memory of pain and every deep need into a life marked by joy, a life that is fruitful, surrounded by love, and alive with the hope of helping others. Where you have felt alone, I am gathering people around you. Good, kind souls who will reflect my love to you and through you. Watch as I cause you to rise every new morning with a joy that stirs you to live again. I have spoken this. I am willing. I am able, and I will do it. But there is one thing you must bring to this exchange: your faith. Believe me when I say that new possibilities are being planted in you. See yourself as I see you. You are precious, cherished, my absolute delight. Your value is not decided by the world, nor is it diminished by your struggles. You are a daughter, you are a son of the King of the universe. This journey does not promise ease in every season. Some blessings require your faithfulness, your prayers, and your effort. But do not be afraid. The victory is already accomplished. Blessings abound for those who rise with courage and claim them, unshaken by doubt or fear. My love and my grace do not run out. I am ready to show you wonders beyond your imagining if you will simply trust that my plan, though sometimes mysterious, is perfect. There is a staircase in every obstacle, leading you upward into greater miracles. I am moving even when all seems still. Let these words of hope settle deep within you, raising your spirits high. And if sorrow creeps back in, know that you can always return to me. Again and again, I am ready to speak, to comfort, to take your hand and guide you further. Walk from today surrounded by my love. Witness your days stretch long and your plans prosper under my wisdom. Let your children and your family become familiar with my miracles. May their eyes open to see and their hearts learn to know me more, not only as the Almighty, but also as the gentle Father who delights to forgive, who longs to give new beginnings. Tell me your burdens and your mistakes. Do not shrink back in fear or shame. There is no intention in me to punish or destroy you. My only desire is for you to thrive, to flourish, to walk straight on the right path, for everything you touch to bear fruit, and for your spirit to rise higher. These words come from my heart, drenched in love. Let them move you until tears cleanse what remains of the old pain. The touch of my spirit finds you now. Feel how your chest swells with supernatural peace and hope. Can you sense this river of living water flowing through you, cleansing your mind and spirit of anything contrary to my love and will? Feel it more deeply. Let yourself embrace the truth of my affection for you. Receive the strength it brings to endure this world's hardships. I am dissolving your anxiety. You will not tremble before any person or circumstance again. Each new dawn will greet you with strength beyond your own, a holy motivation to press forward to fulfill the purpose I have for your life and for your family. You are never alone. My presence travels with you wherever you go. Say these things with confidence. My past is behind me. I will never give up. You are stepping into your moment to shine, and I want you to believe that you can change. As you absorb my word, you will grow in faith, patience, power, and humility. Right now, speak these words aloud. I am loved, I am chosen, I am not alone. And let your own voice agree with what I have already declared over you. Again, I confirm it. I desire to raise your spirit to new heights. This is the season I have chosen for your eyes to witness the miracle of your own blessing. A time of plenty draws near. The seeds you planted through your tears, the prayers you lifted in your pain, they will bear fruit. Prepare to harvest abundantly, to gather and steward your blessings wisely. Do not waste what I bring. Cherish the beauty of each gift. Look around you. You are far more blessed than you may realize. Acknowledge the favor that surrounds you. Remember that even now, you are in a better place than those who tried to harm you. Your life itself is your greatest blessing. I am offering you daily access to my presence, to know me deeper, to feed your soul on my word, and to understand my design for your days. Your life, this breath you hold, grants you the joy of forgiveness, the treasure of eternal salvation. Because you live, you can fulfill my commands. Walk free from every curse that once pursued you. Disentangle yourself from that which sought to rob your happiness. It is a gift to be alive, to breathe, to love, to perceive, to cry tears of sorrow and tears of joy. Every feeling, every ache, every longing finds a safe place in my compassion. Even the falling of your tears is proof you live. And as long as you breathe, you are always welcome here, always able to rise above what drags you down. Come each day. Here I wait for you. Cry in my presence if you need to, and I will weep with you. My heart feels deeply for you too. Let my comfort wash over you. I do not come to accuse, I come to hold, to forgive, to redeem, to give you new life and peace. I know the quiet questions of your heart, the ones you keep hidden even from yourself. I see you carrying burdens that weigh heavily each day, wondering if you are truly seen, truly known, or if your struggles go unnoticed as the world rushes past. In your silent moments, you have wondered if I am near, or if you are left to wander alone through shadows of fear and uncertainty. I want you to open your heart now, allowing my presence to fill the spaces that ache. I am closer to you than your own breath, more attentive to your hopes and tears than you have ever realized. Every longing, every sigh, every moment of quiet surrender, I have caught and cradled within my endless love. Nothing is wasted with me. Not a single tear or prayer escapes my notice. There are times you have measured yourself and found yourself lacking, comparing your journey to those around you. You have whispered questions about your worth, doubting whether your life could serve a greater purpose. Hear me, beloved one. Your worth is not measured by the standards of this world. You are precious beyond understanding, fashioned with infinite care by my own hands. Before the world knew your name, I had already spoken hope over your days. There is no flaw so great, no weakness so deep that my love cannot redeem and restore. I desire not your perfection, but your presence. I long for you to come exactly as you are. Beneath your daily struggles, you hunger for peace, a peace that is not swept away by chaos or shattered by disappointment. That peace is not an illusion or a far-off promise. With me, it is your right. When you turn your heart towards me, I wrap you in a calm that the world cannot comprehend. Let go for a moment of everything you are trying to control. Release into my hands those anxious thoughts, those imagined outcomes you chase without rest. I am the keeper of your days and nights, the one who knows how to bring beauty from all that you surrender. I see you striving to be good enough, to be worthy of love, of dignity, of kindness. Come closer and hear me. You were designed to thrive in relationship with me, not merely to survive on your own. There is a tenderness in my gaze that you have yet to fully experience. You do not have to earn your place here. You belong to me. In your laughter and your sorrow, in your victories and your failures, you are still mine. The story I have written for you is not a script where you must pretend or perform. It is a living tapestry woven with moments of struggle and triumph, woven together in grace. Sometimes you are afraid to hope for fear of disappointment. But let me tell you, hope in me is never misplaced. I do not leave promises empty. When I make a way, it is steady and sure, though at times it may wind through valleys you did not expect. I do not ask you to pretend the valleys do not exist, but to walk through them with me. In every shadowed place, my hand is extended, inviting you to trust that I see more than you see, and that I am guiding you toward fullness. Your heart has grown tired at times, tired of waiting, of striving, feeling like the answers are always just out of reach. I invite you to rest, not only in body, but in spirit. Let loose the armor you carry around your heart, thinking it will protect you from disappointment or pain. Let me be your shield, your defender, your sustainer. The world says your value is earned, but I say it is given freely without reservation, because you are mine. I know the wounds you carry, those from harsh words spoken over you, from betrayals, from losses both obvious and hidden. My compassion wraps around every scar, every ache. I offer you a love that heals, not just covers up. I offer a presence that does not diminish your pain, but walks alongside it, transforming what was broken into something that will one day be a source of comfort and strength for others. Nothing in your life will be wasted. Even now, seeds are being planted in the soil of your struggle, seeds which, with time and my gentle nurturing, will grow into a harvest of resilience, peace, and joy. I want you to bring everything to me. Your hopes and your fears, your gratitude and your disappointment. There is nothing too small or too heavy for my shoulders. Even now, choose one burden that sits heaviest on your heart and, in your own words, tell it to me. I am listening, and I want you to actively hand it over rather than carry it alone. I am patient with your questions and gentle with your doubts. Bring me your anger, your longing, your silence. I do not withdraw from you. I draw closer when you are in need, ready to speak life where you hear only the echo of your own worries. In my presence, you can be unguarded. Nothing you share with me will ever lessen my love for you. You sometimes wonder whether you have what it takes to live a life that matters. I say to you, it is not about your own strength, but about opening your heart to allow my power to work through your weakness. I have chosen you not because you are flawless, but because in your humility and dependence, my strength can be displayed most beautifully. You are not disqualified by your failures. You are invited by my grace to begin again. With each new day, I offer you the fresh mercy needed for that day alone. You do not have to worry about tomorrow's strength, for I will provide what you need, moment by moment, as you journey forward. Do not be distracted by the voices that try to name you according to your past or your current battles. You are named by the one who loved you first. I call you beloved, chosen, redeemed, and purposed. The world may sometimes see only what is lacking, but I see the heart I have shaped, the dreams I have planted, the resilience you have grown through every trial. Together we will write new chapters that overflow with life and meaning. I am doing something new in you even now. Open your eyes and heart to perceive it. Even when it is just a whisper, trust that I am at work in ways you cannot yet see. Your journey is precious to me. There is no part of your story that I overlook. As you walk this road, let my voice be the one you seek, the one you trust above all others. I am the steady anchor in every storm, the gentle whisper in the silence, the strong arm that carries you when your own strength fades. Keep coming back to me, letting your soul find its true home. My love is relentless. No distance or darkness can hide you from me. I will not give up on you. Your story with me is still unfolding, and I delight in walking every step with you. You have often wondered if perseverance is worth the pain, if the path you are on will ultimately lead to renewal, or simply to more disappointment. You may notice how in moments of strain or silence, the impulse arises to close your heart tightly, to set aside hope as if it is a childish thing. Yet my invitation to you now is precisely the opposite. Lean in, open wider, look deeper. My gaze upon you is unyielding. I see what you cannot, and I know what you were made for, even as you struggle to remember it yourself. The ache inside of you is not evidence of abandonment, but of growing space that I am preparing inside you for a fuller measure of joy than you have yet known. Do not hurry to fill this space with lesser answers or distractions. Be still, and in your stillness, acknowledge your need. Your longing, raw and honest, is a fragrant offering to me, more precious than polished prayers offered without true surrender. Every breath you take in awareness of me builds a deeper intimacy than 1,000 empty words. Let your hope reach toward me, even when you feel unworthy, even when fear whispers you have gone too far or waited too long. I am not keeping a ledger. I am crafting a story, and you are held at the very center of it. When doubts crowd your mind, remember that I am not repelled by your uncertainty. I took the dust from the earth and breathed my own spirit into it. I know your weakness and frame, your tendency to waver, your desire to see clear signs when the road is veiled. Rather than despise your doubts, bring them to me. Place them gently in my presence. Let me hold them with you. I will answer, not always with explanations, but with myself. My companionship fills the hollow of misunderstanding. I do not demand blind faith, but invite you into a living trust that grows through shared time, honest struggle, and hard-won gratitude. If you let me, I will walk with you through every uncertainty, gentle in correction, strong in reassurance. I do not rush to judge you for your missteps. Far better do I search for the wounds beneath them, eager to heal whatever causes you to stumble. Even now, as you read these words, I am nearer than breath. Every tear you have shed has been noticed, none lost or ignored. Each one bears witness to your courage, the courage to feel, to risk, to care. The gentle promise I offer is this: not one moment of your life will be wasted. All of it is gathered, redeemed, woven together for a purpose greater than you dare to dream. When hope has faded and night feels endless, allow yourself to loosen your grip on what has passed. Trust that what you have endured and survived shall become the soil from which new life will spring forth. You may feel tired, worn by long battles fought in shadowed places. Come, let me give you rest. Place your burdens, even the ones you have carried so long they seem part of you, into my waiting hands. There is no shame in asking for help. There is only deep delight from me, your Maker, who has longed for this moment of honesty. With each step you take, No matter how hesitant or unsure, I am hemming you in with my protection. Nothing can separate you from my affection. When you feel exposed, misunderstood, or isolated by others, return to the truth of my embrace, which is wider and more enduring than any human acceptance. Let my voice be the one that calls you out of self-condemnation and into holy possibility. When I speak your name, I do not do so with disappointment or accusation, but with a note of hope and anticipation. I see beyond your present failures, beyond your anxiety and weariness, into the glorious reflection of myself I have placed within you. My delight in you is not earned by performance or perfection. It arises from the simple fact that you are mine. Some days you will feel the weight of the world pressing in from every side. On those days especially, remember that I am carrying you. Do not despise your small steps, your hidden acts of kindness, your quiet pleadings in the dark. They matter. These offerings are seen and cherished. They ripple outward farther than you can measure or imagine. There are seeds you have sown in tears that will yet be reaped in joy. Do not measure your progress by what others achieve or appear to possess. Comparison brings only emptiness. Instead, look to me and let my pleasure in you redefine your sense of worth. As you place your trust in my care, fear recedes and freedom grows. I wrap you in a peace that cannot be engineered or grasped by effort, a steadiness that remains even when all else is shifting and uncertain. Let your mind dwell on this peace. When anxiety mounts and the world's noise crescendos, seek the quiet of my heart. I have prepared spaces of green pastures and still waters for you. Even amid chaos, you do not have to earn access. You need only turn your face toward me, and I will sustain you. My guidance is gentle. I do not force the pace or shout above your pain. I whisper, inviting you to slow down, to rest, to remember that every good thing you crave is ultimately found in me. In the moments when shame attempts to define you, recall who you are in my sight. Beloved, called, chosen, capable of carrying light into the darkest places. Your history does not limit me, nor does your weakness repel me. In fact, my strength is made most evident precisely in those places where you feel inadequate. Let my love wash over every part of your story, even those chapters you would rather hide or forget. There is nothing too broken for me to restore, no wound too deep for my healing hand. As you entrust these things to me, you will discover new freedom and boldness, an ability to move forward unburdened by past regrets. Each day brings new mercies, new opportunities to discover more of me, and in so doing, more of who you are created to be. There is delight in the process. Do not wait for everything to be perfect before you rejoice. Celebrate the small victories, the unnoticed progress, the quiet transformation that unfolds as you walk with me. In the company of my grace, failures become lessons that liberate rather than bind. Rejection loses its sting, for you are anchored not in the fleeting approval of others, but in my enduring promise. I will never leave you or forsake you. My faithfulness is not contingent upon your mood, your discipline, or your record of success. It is a covenant sealed with my very presence and character. Trust that the desires I have placed within you are not accidents or illusions. Even now, I am drawing you forward into greater purpose. Your gifts, your dreams, and even your limitations are part of the intricate design I have woven. There is a work only you can do, a word only you can speak, a beauty only you can reveal. Reject the lies that say you are insignificant or unnecessary. Let me show you the impact of your faithfulness, often invisible yet deeply powerful. When you grow weary, pause and breathe. Remember, you are not alone. I am with you, upholding, guiding, and breathing new life into tired bones. The journey ahead is not one you must navigate by force of will or solitary effort. My strength is available now, enough for the next step, enough for today. Rest in that assurance. As you do, you will begin to see with new eyes, to recognize my fingerprints in the details of your everyday life, to sense the subtle movements of grace carrying you forward, even when circumstances appear unchanged. Trust this unseen work, for it is more real and more lasting than what is visible. There are moments when you look at the path ahead and uncertainty wraps around your heart like a cold mist. You wonder if you truly hear my voice or if your desires blend with my whisper. Let me assure you, I am near, closer than your breath, watching every step, catching every tear, shaping each moment for your good, even when it feels hidden. I see the ache inside you to do right, to follow faithfully, to measure up to some invisible standard. Yet I desire your heart over your performance. I do not keep a ledger of your failures, nor do I demand perfection from fallible hands. Instead, I draw near to those who admit their need for me, to those whose hearts are open, regardless of how imperfect the offering may appear. When you find yourself wrestling with self-doubt, remember that I am your confidence. I formed you with intention, wove your strengths and struggles into a masterpiece uniquely designed to reflect my love in a way no other can. Do not let the world's shifting standards determine your worth. The whisper that says you are not enough is not mine. I speak a better word, a word that affirms your purpose, that celebrates your existence, that calls you beloved. Even now, as you read these lines, I am working to untangle the knots of shame and fear, to give you new language for your soul. Chosen, cherished, called, and equipped. The seasons of waiting are not wasted to me. Just as the soil hides the seed that is slowly becoming a tree, your hidden seasons hold my greatest work. In silence and stillness, roots deepen and strength grows. If I seem silent, it is not abandonment, but invitation. I am calling you to listen beyond noise, to trust deeper than your eyes can see, to rest in my character when circumstances feel unpredictable. I am shaping you for a harvest that will come in due season, a harvest far richer than fleeting applause or temporary satisfaction. Your limitations are no barrier for my plans. In fact, it is in your weakness that my strength is most clearly seen. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Where you see emptiness, I see fertile ground. Where you sense lack, I pour out abundant grace. Every fear laid at my feet becomes a platform for faith. Each disappointment entrusted to me becomes a stepping stone on the journey. There is nothing in your story beyond my redemptive touch. Even what you would erase, I can use for glory. Let my hope anchor you when doubts crash against your mind. I am not impatient with your questions or weary of your struggles. I sit with you in the confusion, whispering truth that outlasts every storm. Forgiveness is not just my gift to you. It is an invitation into freedom. Many times you carry burdens that were never meant for your shoulders. Guilt and regret weigh you down, distorting your vision and muting your joy. Come to me with every wound, even the ones you have inflicted on yourself, and find restoration. My mercy is not reserved for the deserving, but for the willing. No past disqualifies you from my future. There is healing in confession, and I receive you every single time you turn my direction. Release the chains of self-judgment and let my embrace be your security. I am aware that you long for transformation, not only in your circumstances but deep within. Transformation is not a striving for acceptance or a list of achievements. Rather, it is my spirit at work, gently shifting your desires, tenderly renewing your mind, forming you into the likeness of my Son through seasons of surrender and trust. This is a process often unseen and slow, but rest assured, the smallest yes to me is a seed of lasting change. You do not journey alone. My hands steady you, my wisdom guides you, my heart is committed to you in every step. There is a table I have prepared where you are not a guest, but family. Come to me with your hunger. Come as you are. I delight in your presence, not your perfection. Let go of pretense and let honesty be the language between us. Pour out your questions, dreams, and disappointments, and find that my love is a home where you can truly belong. After you finish these words, take a few quiet minutes to sit with me. Speak to me honestly, or write your thoughts down, and let that simple act be your yes to this invitation. The world may measure by what you achieve, but I look at why you come. My affection for you is not based on what you bring, but who you are, my precious creation, valued beyond measure. In the busyness of life, how easily the urgent crowds out what matters most. I invite you to pause and simply be. My joy is not earned through relentless activity, but discovered in abiding presence. When you slow down, when you listen, you invite my peace to settle over the chaos. It is in these quiet places that your soul finds restoration, that your vision clears, that hope is rekindled. Let my presence be your resting place, a well that never runs dry. You will not miss out as you wait on me. You will find abundance and trust. There is a courage uniquely yours that emerges when you rest in my love. The boldness to forgive, to risk, to dream again comes from knowing your identity is anchored in me. Let these truths transform how you face challenges. You do not battle alone, nor do you have to exhaust yourself proving your worth. You are already enough because you are mine. As days unfold, confront each moment with the confidence that I go before you and walk beside you. My promises are not fragile hopes, but foundations you can build upon. When anxiety tries to settle in your heart, bring it to me in honest prayer. Release your frantic striving and let my peace embrace your fears. I am the God who calms storms with a word, who brings light to shadowed places, who restores what has been lost. Invite my perspective into every worry and watch your burdens become lighter. My strength is greater than your circumstances. My wisdom surpasses your confusion. Trust is not denying the struggle, but choosing to put your hand in mine despite it. You are not disqualified by your imperfections or overlooked in your longings. Every detail of your story is known to me, and I delight in redeeming what seems broken. My plan weaves through the ordinary and the miraculous, turning every chapter into a testimony of grace. Stay present with me in the process. Your future is secure in my hands. Even now, there is beauty growing in places you thought were barren. Let my words sink deep, surpassing old hurts and rewriting the narrative of your heart. I am your constant companion, committed to leading you through every season, the bright, the dim, and the in-between. You are precious, purpose-filled, and fully loved. What I have begun in you, I will bring to completion. You do not need to gather great strength before you draw near to me, for it is my strength that upholds you. In the quiet moments when your soul feels fragile and you question your own ability to remain steadfast, I am there, unchanging. Let my presence become your certainty in uncertain times. Each time you find yourself wrestling with doubt, remember that you are invited to lean fully into me. I have known your heart from the very beginning. There is nothing in you that is hidden from my gaze, and yet my affection for you is boundless. When you feel weighed down by regrets or haunted by thoughts of inadequacy, do not turn away in shame. Instead, invite me into those places, even the ones you try to hide. My light does not come to expose you for condemnation, but to heal and restore. Do not be afraid of that restoration, for it means wholeness, not loss. Trust that my touch will not break you, but mend what you thought was beyond repair. Let your days unfold in partnership with me. You may picture yourself as an isolated traveler, but I walk every path by your side. The world might present its own voices, some loud, some convincing, promising fulfillment apart from me. But you know in the depth of your own being that these are fleeting shadows, pale reminders of the radiance only I can give. Let my voice grow clearer than the rest. Allow my words to quiet the accusations and calm the storms inside you. I crafted you with intention, not to be tossed about by every wind, but anchored by my love. The journey I have for you is marked by forgiveness and fresh beginnings. No matter how many times you feel you have wandered far away, my arms are always open. There is no secret threshold or distant place you must reach before you are welcomed home. If you pause long enough, you will sense that I am nearer than your breath. With every beat of your heart, I am affirming your worth and calling you forward. Sometimes the road appears long and the night feels cold. But remember, the sun rises again as surely as my promises hold. I am your shepherd in the wilderness, your shelter in the storm, your comfort in loneliness, and your guide through confusion. You are never as alone as you sometimes fear. The restlessness and yearning within you are signs of your longing for me. When you quiet the distractions, you will rediscover peace that is not easily shaken. Even your questions and struggles have a place with me. Bring them gently to the surface. I am not threatened by your honesty or undone by your pain. I am the healer who gently tends to wounds and breathes hope into dry places. Let my peace settle over your worries and over the fears you cannot name. Life brings much that is uncertain, but I am your constant. My peace does not depend on outward circumstances, but flows from my presence and assurance. Take a deep breath and imagine my peace covering you, shielding you from what you dread. I see further than you do. Where you anticipate dead ends, I see paths leading to life. When you surrender your burdens into my care, you are not weak, you are wise, for you are making room for my strength to move within you. Let me carry what is too heavy for you. Even disappointment and heartbreak are not the end. In my hands, they can become seeds for unexpected growth and joy. Do not be afraid of letting go. I am trustworthy, and nothing you release to me is ever lost. Hear me when I say that your story is not finished. Even if you feel spent or overlooked, I am the author, and I write beauty out of brokenness. Do not measure yourself by the standards of those around you, nor by the shifting scales of achievement or comparison. You are precious in my sight, chosen not for what you can do, but for who you are as my beloved. Let that identity take deeper root in you each day. It is a temptation to listen to voices that shame or diminish you, but I speak words of honor and purpose. With me, you are called into freedom, not to perform, but to rest, not to prove, but to be securely held. In moments of fatigue, let yourself lean on me. The world expects you to keep striving, to never show weakness, but I invite you to rest in my sufficiency. I delight in being your provider. When it feels like resources are lacking, whether energy or encouragement or understanding, come to me. I am a well that never runs dry. You do not need to impress me. You are already known and cherished. Place your worries about tomorrow into my hands, for I am already there, arranging grace for every need you will have. My provision may surprise you, coming from places you least expect, but trust that I am creative in care and attentive to the smallest detail of your life. Embrace forgiveness as both a gift and an invitation. I have extended mercy to you, not because you have earned it, but because my nature overflows with compassion. Let that forgiveness soften you toward yourself and others. As you receive, also give. Release those who have hurt you, not because their actions were right, but because I offer you freedom from bitterness. Each act of mercy opens your heart a little wider for joy. Let my love refill you in the places where you have been drained by disappointment or sorrow. My grace is not rationed or thin, it is abundant, poured out entirely for you. You do not walk beneath the weight of old failures or rejected dreams. With me, every day is a new beginning. Trust in that fresh start and carry hope with you. No matter what yesterday held, you are not defined by your limitations or the opinions of others. I know your potential. I see the gifts in you that are waiting to be discovered and grown. Do not fear stepping forward even when you feel uncertain. Faith is learning to walk by my light, one step at a time, often before you see the full path revealed. As you trust me, courage will find you. Let go of needing all the answers. Let the mystery of my wisdom humble and inspire you. You are meant for so much more than survival or striving. You are destined for flourishing as you remain rooted in me. Let your spirit rise with every assurance of my nearness. Even in silence, I am still speaking peace and direction into your heart. The journey ahead is made possible by what I have already accomplished for you. Rest in that completed love and let it carry you forward. Wherever you are right now, this invitation remains open. Come to me with your burdens, your questions, your longing. I receive it all, and I give you myself in return. Draw courage from knowing that I will not fail you. The days may be challenging, but my faithfulness is your foundation. When your heart trembles with the weight of uncertainty, I am not distant or unaware. I am the shepherd who knows every twist and shadow of your journey. Do not imagine that I am frustrated with your doubts, but realize that your moments of faltering do not elude my care. The world offers many voices, each promising comfort or purpose, but none can replenish you as I do. In the quietness where you dare to bring your perplexities, I listen more closely than you realize. Even in the confusion, I am already weaving together clarity and hope for you. I do not expect you to untangle every knot by your own wisdom. Rather, I invite you to rest in mine, to trust me, even when you see no map, is the beginning of true wisdom. If storms have battered your confidence or fear has silenced your song, remember that I do not scold you for reaching your limits. Every limit you discover in yourself is a fresh invitation for you to discover my boundlessness. What you see as a weakness, I see as space where my perfection can dwell. I am well acquainted with your humanity. It is, after all, the frame I formed for you with deliberate tenderness. I do not turn away from the vulnerable parts of you. Instead, I cover them and call you deeper into my restoration. You are not required to pretend in my presence. Bring every contradiction, every yearning that seems impossible, and lay it at my feet without fear of rejection. As you abide in my nearness, know that my love does not fluctuate based on your performance or your understanding. My affection is as consistent as the sunrise, faithful, unwavering, never withdrawn from those who seek me. You are treasured with a steadfastness that refuses to be shaken by your failures or confused by your questions. When I look upon you, I see not simply the present struggle, but the full expansion of beauty I am cultivating within you. You are as precious to me in your wrestling as in your rejoicing. Every breath you draw is a testament to my sustaining power. When weariness creeps into your bones, do not fear that you are being left behind. My timing is not hurried by your anxiety, nor delayed by your setbacks. I patiently unfold your story with the wisdom of an artist painting a masterpiece with colors undiscovered by human eyes. You need not compare your pace to others. Each life in my hands is crafted with intention, every chapter meaningful even when it seems incomplete from your view. Instead of chasing after fruitless striving, yield to the slow work of my spirit within you, knowing that I make all things beautiful in their due moment. Rest assured that the seed of faith I have planted in you is not easily uprooted. If doubt tries to choke it out, remember even the smallest measure, a willingness to reach for me, is enough for me to work wonders. I am not impressed by grand gestures or displays of certainty. I delight in your honesty, in the way you return to me again and again with an open spirit. If you find it difficult to pray, simply rest in my presence. Silence is not a barrier for me. I know your heart before words are formed on your lips. Let your trust grow, not through striving to impress me, but by discovering my consistency in the everyday details of your life. As you learn to listen to my still, small voice, know that spiritual growth is seldom loud or dramatic. Like water wearing down the stone, my love gently shapes you, steady and patient. You may not always perceive your own progress, but I see each incremental turn of your heart towards me. Celebrate the moments when peace washes over you unexpectedly, when persistent hope brightens hard days. For these are the fruits of my spirit at work. Every yes, no matter how quiet, matters deeply to me. Do not shrink back from the process of transformation. The refining fire that clears away what cannot remain is not meant to harm you. My discipline always flows from love, and every correction is a summons to freedom. When you sense me inviting you to surrender habits or attitudes that hold you back, do not imagine I am angry or disappointed. I ask you to let go so that your hands are free to receive greater blessings. Trust me as the careful gardener, pruning only that which inhibits true flourishing. Let your roots burrow deeper into my truth, drawing life from promises that cannot be broken. Even when disappointments seem to contradict the dreams I have placed inside you, do not conclude that I have abandoned your story. Delay is not denial in my language. I see the intricate tapestry of how today's prayers prepare you for tomorrow's fulfillment. I do not cruelly withhold good things, but align them to blossom in season, so you will be equipped to enjoy and steward them well. Let my faithfulness in past trials become an anchor during present uncertainties. If loneliness presses in with its cold silence, know that I am nearer than the air you breathe. Human relationships may falter, but I remain your truest companion. Every longing for connection, every ache for belonging is known by me and held with care. When I say you are never alone, it is not an empty promise. I have chosen to dwell with you not only in moments of joy, but especially in spaces marked by ache and absence. Let my nearness become real to you, even as you wait for fulfillment in other areas. Pour out your longings and let me fill the spaces others cannot reach. I welcome your questions and your petitions. I am not threatened by your curiosity nor bored by your repeated requests. I invite you to bring all that weighs you down and to trust that I never grow weary of your voice. Each prayer, spoken or silent, enters the chamber of my heart. My response may seem slow or different than you imagined, but it is always shaped by wisdom and love far beyond your comprehension. Let hope become the framework by which you live. Allow my promises to be the lens through which you view every circumstance. When you are tempted to despair, recall that I hold the final word over your life, and my word is one of redemption. You do not journey alone or unseen. Every day, every season is saturated with my grace, available to you without measure or condition. Draw close to me, for in my presence you will find the comfort, courage, and clarity your heart longs for. There are moments when you look around at your circumstances and wonder if all that I have promised is really for you. If my love and care will truly anchor you through the storms. You wonder if you have been left behind or whether I truly see the aching corners of your soul. Let me bring assurance to your heart. I have never lost sight of you for even a moment. Every heartbeat, every sigh, every longing, and every joy is held within my gaze. I am crafting threads beyond your awareness, weaving healing and strength into every part of your story. You are not hidden to me. Even in your weakest moments, when you feel your faith is flickering, I am there, a gentle presence covering you with mercy. My hand is open toward you, guiding, inviting, and holding you with a love that never diminishes. Do not let comparison steal the song I wish to place within you. The world around you will shout about accomplishments, appearances, or how swiftly others move ahead. Yet, I invite you to step off that frantic path and rest in your uniqueness. I have shaped you deliberately, with care and intention, designing your heart for a rhythm and a purpose others cannot fill. When insecurity creeps in, let it serve as a reminder to turn your eyes back toward me. I see beauty within you that cannot be measured by mortal standards. Whenever you doubt, remember you are my beloved, chosen, cherished, and called by name. There will always be pressures and distractions, voices calling for your attention. But my voice is always there, steady and true, whispering your worth. When anxiety or fear begin to take root, I ask you to bring them to me. Not as burdens to be ashamed of, but as invitations to trust me more fully. Let them be bridges, not walls. With each worry surrendered, I am planting deeper peace in you. A quiet confidence, not shaped by situations, but by my steadfast presence. Picture yourself as a tree planted by streams of living water, its roots tangled deep in the soil of my faithfulness. Storms may come and winds may roar, yet you remain unshaken because you dwell in me. Growth may not always look the way you expect. Sometimes it is a patient stretching, imperceptible at first, but it yields endurance and a harvest prepared in my timing. There have been days, perhaps even this one, where you felt overlooked or unseen, your efforts unappreciated, your prayers seemingly unanswered. But nothing you have done in love is wasted. I see the smallest acts, the quiet moments where you choose kindness or forgiveness, and they rise before me like fragrant offerings. I am not a distant observer, but the one who counts every tear and treasures each hope you dare to carry. In the waiting, I am present. In the silence, I am listening. In the depths of disappointment, I am planting seeds of new dreams, cultivating resilience and gratitude within you. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Sometimes you wrestle with the past, haunted by memories or regrets, replaying scenes and conversations, wondering if you will ever be free. Hear me. Nothing is stronger than my mercy. The shadows of yesterday have no authority to name your future. I have separated your failures from you as far as the east is from the west. When old wounds resurface, bring them into my light. Allow me to pour healing balm where scars have formed. Bitterness cannot breathe in soil saturated by my forgiveness. I work transformation from the inside out. And even when the change feels slow, it is real and lasting. Each time you let go of guilt and shame, you make room for joy to take root. You may wonder about your purpose, if your days hold meaning in the grand tapestry of eternity. Know that every breath entrusted to you is filled with significance. Your story is not too small, not too ordinary, not too late. Where you walk, you carry my light. Where you offer compassion, you reflect my own heart. Do not underestimate the influence of one loving word, one act of courage, one moment of faith right where you are. The world is transformed not only by great gestures, but by daily choices to love well, to persevere with hope, and to seek peace in a world of distraction. I am with you in each humble task and hidden labor, delighting in your willingness to serve. There are seasons where my guidance will feel like a gentle whisper, not a thunderous command. When you are unsure of which way to go, pause and quiet your heart to listen for my leading. I guide the willing, the surrendered, those who choose to trust even when they cannot see every step ahead. Wisdom is not always found in the loud voices or popular opinions, but in the stillness where I speak identity and direction into your spirit. Trust the nudges, the quiet convictions, the persistent dreams I plant within you. My spirit is your companion, teacher, and advocate, shaping your decisions as you lean into my wisdom. Even if you falter, I work through your imperfection, weaving redemption out of every surrendered moment. When you ache for belonging, yearning for community or connection, remember that you are never isolated in my family. My arms stretch wide enough to embrace every outcast, every forgotten soul, every weary pilgrim. Where division and loneliness threaten, I invite you to remain open-hearted, seeking unity, not through sameness, but through shared trust in my love. Be patient with others and with yourself. Relationships are living things requiring tending, forgiveness, and grace. If you have felt abandoned or misunderstood, know that you are always received by me without reservation. My welcome is never withdrawn, my door always open to you. There is abiding joy found in surrender, not the loss of self, but the discovery of what it means to walk in step with me. As you lay down the burden of self-reliance, space is made for deeper peace and clarity to enter. Let me teach you what freedom feels like: the ability to rest, the courage to risk, the unforced rhythms of grace. There is no shame in your limitations. They are invitations for me to move on your behalf. When your strength is spent, lean into mine. Where your understanding fails, rest in my wisdom. The more you release control, the more you experience my sufficiency. Do not be burdened by the future, constantly anxious about outcomes you cannot orchestrate. I hold every tomorrow in the palm of my hand. Nothing catches me off guard, and nothing can circumvent the purposes I have set in motion for your good. As you practice trust, you will find yourself able to face uncertainty with surprising calm, buoyed by the assurance that you are held by unfailing hands. Even when life feels unpredictable, my character is your anchor. Each promise a shelter in the unknown. Let the hope I give, quiet and persistent, sustain you as you navigate new paths. After all, I am not interested in obedience, but in heartfelt relationship. My greatest desire is for you to draw close, to know me not simply as a giver of blessings, but as the one who delights in you in every season, whether feast or famine, abundance or lack. I invite you to abide with me, to discover that I am enough. Trust that I rejoice over you with singing, that I dance with you in victory and weep with you in sorrow, never leaving your sight. I see the moments when you hesitate, when the voice of doubt grows louder than the whisper of faith within your breast. Even as you carry responsibilities and strive for unseen goals, there is a longing that remains just beneath the surface. A longing for reassurance, something that cannot be found by the strength of your own hands alone. I know this longing intimately, for I placed it within you. It is the sign of my invitation, a whisper that draws you closer, reminding you that your deepest fulfillment is found not in your accomplishments, but in my presence. Let this longing be a lamp in your night, guiding you step by step back toward the shelter of my heart. You are not condemned for your needs. I delight when you bring your emptiness and your hopes to me, when you let me be your resting place and the light for your journey. There may be days when you feel invisible, when your voice seems lost among the clamor of the world and the needs of others drown out your own. Hear me. I see you. I listen to the silent aches that words never express. I hold each tear and I store every hope in the treasury of my care. Where others rush past your pain or misunderstand your dreams, I attend to you with unbroken attention. I placed within you the colors of hope and the fragrance of compassion, gifts shaped in secret for a purpose that you may not always recognize. None of it is wasted. Every act of kindness you offer, every silent prayer whispered for someone else, builds a tapestry of grace in ways you cannot yet imagine. You are never lost in the crowd to me. Your story is woven into the fabric of my love. When you feel burdened by your limitations, when you grow weary in the struggle to change or improve, hold this truth close. I am not waiting for perfection before I draw you near. I delight in your process, cherishing each small step of trust. Every moment you open your heart, even a little wider, my transforming love works gently, patiently, like rainfall, softening the hardest ground. Where you see only slow progress or repeated setbacks, I see seeds beneath the soil swelling with new life. Trust that I am at work redeeming what you surrender, bringing beauty where you have only seen failure or disappointment. Let hope grow in the cracks. Let my mercy surprise you with the ease of forgiveness and the power to begin again. Do not be afraid of confronting your shadows. I do not despise your wounds, your memories, or the places that make you want to hide. I understand every reason you carry, every defense born from pain. My compassion reaches deeper than your fears, and my healing is not deterred by the darkness. Invite me into those places you have shut away. Allow my gentle touch to show you there is nothing about you that repels my love. I see your struggles not as flaws, but as invitations, opportunities for intimacy and transformation. My greatest delight is to bring light where you have only known night, making every scar a testimony of my faithfulness. As you enter those silent spaces of worry about the future or unanswered questions, I ask you to anchor your heart in my promises. I have not abandoned you to wander aimlessly. Each path you walk, I have walked before you. Even detours and delays are woven into my design, and there is no wasted moment in my timing. When you surrender your anxious planning and the pressure to foresee every outcome, I will lead you with peace that surpasses reason. Learn to rest not in your knowledge, but in my goodness. Let hope rise each morning as a gift, and let trust quiet your heart when uncertainty threatens. It is easy to measure your worth by fleeting achievements or the approval of others, judging your days by what the world calls success. But my estimation of you is not bound to such fragile standards. I see the quiet faithfulness, the hidden sacrifices, and the choices you make when no one else is watching. I know how much courage it takes to forgive, how much humility it requires to begin again. These victories, small and unnoticed, are radiant in my sight. You are precious not for what you produce, but for who you are to me, a beloved creation, a bearer of my image. Rest in this unshakable identity. Remember, your journey is not a test of endurance to earn my favor. It is a relationship, a dance of growing trust, a rhythm of drawing near and finding me faithful in every season. Your hunger for more, your pursuit of understanding are not obstacles but doors. I am closer than breath, inviting you to abandon striving and to let yourself be loved. My arms are open at every stage. Whether you come weary or rejoicing, confused or confident, you belong here without reservation or condition. In moments of conflict, when relationships stretch your patience or misunderstandings leave you wounded, let me shape your response. I do not call you to suppress your feelings or ignore your hurts. Instead, bring them to me. Let me help you navigate with wisdom and grace, guided by the same mercy I pour over you. In forgiveness, even when difficult, you will taste the freedom I designed for you. In humility, you will discover strength beyond your own. Whether you find yourself misunderstood or in need of reconciliation, my love will be your anchor and your guide. I am your advocate when you feel powerless. When resources run thin or answers seem unavailable, I provide beyond your imagination. My provision does not always appear as you expect, yet it is always sufficient. Trust that I am orchestrating help, opening doors, and sending encouragement in unexpected forms. Train your heart to recognize my touch in both the miraculous and the mundane. A kind word, a timely encounter, a deep sense of peace. I supply not only your physical needs, but the deep hunger for meaning, for belonging, for hope that carries beyond circumstance. Keep your hope alive when disappointment visits or your prayers seem delayed. Every promise I have spoken remains true. Even when fulfillment takes longer than your longing, timing is my canvas, and what appears as delay is often preparation. For you, for others, for a purpose far greater than you perceive. Your waiting is not empty. It stretches your faith, refines your desires, and weaves you deeper into the story I am telling. Hold fast, beloved one. I waste nothing. Every tear and every sigh is known to me and will be transformed into a song of joy. Let joy be your companion, even when circumstances do not change. My joy is not a denial of pain, but a river running deeper than sorrow. It is the assurance that I am present, that nothing can separate you from my love, and that even the hardest seasons will bear fruit in their time. Open your heart to the gifts I provide each day. A sunrise, a word of kindness, a sense of my nearness. By cultivating gratitude, you will discover that joy can flourish even in the middle of trouble. Embrace hope as a discipline, a choice that looks beyond what you see and trusts in who I am. When fear clamors for your attention, answer it not with denial, but with a deeper reliance on my character. I have never failed, and I will not begin now. As you choose hope, you align yourself with the reality of my kingdom, a reality where all things are being made new. Welcome my perspective. Let my words shape your expectations. What I have promised, I will perform. Whether in small daily mercies or in unexpected breakthroughs, you have grown increasingly attentive to my gentle voice within, recognizing that no circumstance is wasted when you allow it to draw you into closer fellowship with me. Even now, as you reflect on your journey, I am stirring deeper questions and deposits of hope inside you. The moments you think are insignificant, I see as brushstrokes on the masterpiece of your soul. Every quiet prayer, every silent tear, every act of unseen obedience becomes precious in my sight, an offering that echoes far beyond what your eyes can behold. In the winding roads of your experiences, you have encountered both joy and grief, laughter and ache, and I have been present for each heartbeat. When you doubted, it was my constancy that whispered assurance into the chambers of your fear. When you rejoiced, it was my delight that mingled with yours, multiplying your gladness until it overflowed into gratitude. Sometimes the way seems hidden, and you wonder if your small faith can carry you through. But I remind you that you do not walk by the measure of your own strength. My strength is made perfect in your honest weakness, a shelter when the winds threaten to uproot your hope. When failures loom and regrets threaten to overshadow what is possible, remember how I view you, not by your shortcomings, but by the persistent gaze of my love, which lifts you above every accusation and calls forth beauty from ashes. In me, your beginnings and endings are woven together for a purpose that cannot be undone. Consider how I have been teaching you trust, not the fragile trust that crumbles with hardships, but trust forged in fires that cannot be quenched by disappointment. I have not shielded you from every trial, but I have carried you through each one, unveiling my faithfulness afresh amidst the swirling questions. It is easy to believe when life is smooth, but it is sacred to believe when all is uncertain. My invitation remains steady. Let your trust rest not in outcomes, but in me, the one who holds every outcome in loving hands. Just as the night precedes the dawn, some breakthroughs are born out of darkness, and your cries are seeds that grow in my garden, even before you see their fruit. I see the effort you invest in loving others when it exhausts you. I watch the sacrifices you offer, generosity of time, compassion, or simply choosing forgiveness over bitterness when no one else takes note. I am the God who rewards in secret, not merely with earthly measures, but with peace that overtakes your striving and joy that cannot be stolen. Sometimes the most powerful transformation unfolds beneath the surface, where roots deepen far from human applause, but where I, the gardener, tend you daily. You may think me silent at times, yet my silence is never absence. I am present in the hush, turning your longing into a foundation for greater intimacy. Often I teach you to wait not because I overlook your requests, but because I am preparing you for answers that match my wisdom, not simply your wishes. My timing is always generous, never a moment too soon or too late. When the waiting becomes wearying, see it as an invitation to discover me again, unrushed and unhurried, a lover who delights in your company. Let your patience become a canvas upon which I paint endurance, humility, and trust that outlast the passing trends of circumstance. In the stillness, I speak to your secret places, assuring you that your worth is found in my unwavering regard, not the opinions or comparisons that clamor for your attention. Sometimes your heart grows restless, longing for clarity or change. I understand the ache for the new, but I caution you, do not despise the season you are in. Even now, purpose is taking root in what seems ordinary. My ways are different from yours, moving quietly, persistently like a river-shaping stone. If you ask me, I will help you see my fingerprints in overlooked moments, from the resilience you gain in defeat to the unexpected kindnesses received in hard places. Your disappointments entrusted to me become the raw material for hope that endures. Let your conversations with me be honest, unfiltered by pretense. I am moved by your vulnerability far more than by perfect words. When you confess confusion, I grant wisdom. When you share your doubts, I answer with the assurance of my nearness. You are not defined by your most recent struggle, nor by your worst mistake. Instead, my love calls you continually into renewal, into identity anchored in who I say you are. Chosen, pursued, cherished beyond calculation. The world may try to rename you, to bind you with shame or frustration, but I have spoken a greater word. I call you friend, beloved, and my promises to you are unbreakable. Each day you have an open invitation to encounter fresh mercy. My patience exceeds your impatience. My generosity far outpaces your feelings of lack. If you stumble, let it be the stumble of a child learning to walk, for I am the patient Father who steadies and encourages you onward. My correction flows always from love, never to wound or shame, but to assure you that sin never has the last word. Think of the times you found unexpected strength on days you nearly surrendered. Recall the moments hope flickered just when despair felt final. These are more than coincidences. These are reminders that I am ever working, answering prayers you haven't known how to pray, lining up help where you least expect it. As you align your steps with my heart, your desires are shaped into something more lasting than personal ambition. I enjoy seeing you delight in simple things, for joy is a testimony that you have learned to trust me beyond what you can see. Do not measure your impact by what seems visible. Many of your most significant acts ripple through eternity, unseen by crowds, but celebrated in heaven. Let your identity be rooted in the security of my presence, the knowledge that even in storms you are held. Cling to hope with tenacity, for hope is the anchor I have given you for turbulent seas. My spirit in you, constantly intercedes when words fail, carrying your burdens directly to my heart where you sense lack. Come to me with empty hands open, for I am eager to fill you anew. Let worship arise not only from your victories, but also from your waiting, your questions, your hard-fought faith. I am teaching you to praise even in mystery, to rejoice even in the shadows, for I am the God who brings purpose from what appears wasted. You may find yourself misunderstood or alone. Take comfort. I am the companion who never leaves. My understanding goes deeper than what you express. I hear the ache behind your words, the music behind your laughter, the hope behind your prayers. There will be days when all you have to offer is your willingness to keep going. This too I receive with joy, fulfilling what is lacking in you with the sufficiency of my grace. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. As you persevere, light seeds light, and you become a beacon for others who travel their own valleys. Remain open to my surprises, for I delight in confounding your expectations with better gifts. Allow me to rewrite your limitations as invitations. What you see as a barrier, I see as a doorway for my presence to shine through. Remember, your heart is my dwelling place. In all you face, I am and I will be enough for you, my dear heart. As you linger here in my presence, you become aware of a holy hush, a sense of expectation that grows deeper within you. The gentle weight you feel is no burden, but a mantle and invitation to release every remaining shadow of fear, mistrust, or regret. I have continued to walk with you through each word, never leaving your side, drawing nearer with every vulnerable thought you have surrendered to me. There is no corner of your being hidden from my gaze, and yet there is not a hint of condemnation in my voice. I see the fullness of who you are becoming, not just the residue of where you've been. Each scar and success tell a story on the canvas of your life, and I take delight in all of it. For you are fearfully and wonderfully made, woven together by my design and cherished by my unending affection. You have wondered at times if you are truly worthy of this kind of love. And I tell you now, my love does not measure worthiness by human standards. It flows from the endless spring of my nature. From the moment your life began, I spoke your name in joy and have never withdrawn my promise or favor from you. The mistakes, the doubts, the moments of hidden shame you've tried so hard to outrun, all these are like dust before my mercy. I have not asked you for perfection, only for your heart. When you mourn, I am near enough to feel your tears. When you rejoice, my laughter rushes over you like the sound of many waters. Every longing you voice in your innermost thoughts, I have heard and treasured. Even now, I am reshaping your understanding, calling you not only to believe in me, but also to dare to believe in the future I envision for you. There is no distance between us that I cannot cross. Your prayers, even those choked out in pain or uncertainty, have never fallen unheard, nor have your smallest acts of kindness gone unnoticed. The approving nod you give a stranger, the forgiveness you grant that no one else sees, the honesty you choose when it would be easier to hide, these are all offerings more precious than gold in my sight. Let your heart be comforted by the assurance that I am transforming even the quiet daily struggles into seeds of eternal consequence. The good you have sown, sometimes without recognizing it, is not lost. I harvest every moment, turning it into testimony, weaving a tapestry of redemption that only I could have begun in you. Today I draw a gentle boundary around the fears that have kept you silent, the anxieties that rush in like floodwaters, and the doubts that echo in empty rooms. I am inviting you to trust my steady hand, to place each worry and failed attempt in my care. Nothing surprises me, and I am not deterred by the messiness of your journey. My purposes are not fragile. Your story cannot unravel them. I planted you in this time and place because there are things I will accomplish through you that only your life can bring forth. You have a role no one can fill, a voice no one can replace, a light uniquely yours. I rejoice each time you choose the hard right over the easy wrong. And each day you wake up, willing to try again, is a celebration in heaven. There's more growth ahead, and I will walk beside you. When you feel weary, remember my strength is made perfect in your weakness. When you are wounded, let my healing come without resistance or shame, and find safety in my open arms. Allow yourself to hope again, not based on circumstances, but on my unchanging nature. My promises are sure. Look for my fingerprints in both the breathtaking and the mundane. I am always leaving evidence of my nearness for you to find. You are never alone. Your failures can never disqualify you, nor can your successes win you a greater share of my love. I delight in you because you are mine, and that will never change. As you step forward from this moment, do so rooted in the certainty of my affection and the assurance of my guidance. Whatever you face, you do not face alone. My presence goes before you. My peace surrounds you, and my purpose will not be thwarted. Do not despise small beginnings, nor disparage the slow seasons. In both I am working, nurturing, and preparing. Your willingness to remain faithful where I have placed you opens doors you cannot yet see and draws gifts from within you that surprise even those closest to you. I know every chapter that is yet to be written. Your life is a letter I am writing to the world, a letter of hope, of courage, of unwavering love. I trust you with this story, and I am with you at every turn. You have opened these words searching for something your heart knows is missing, wondering if perhaps there is a voice beyond your own thoughts, a light that speaks to the places you have never dared to show. You are exactly where you need to be, welcomed into a sacred space prepared for you long before you ever looked for it. Even now, as your mind questions and your spirit anticipates, I am here and I see you. What you are receiving is not another echo of familiar phrases or a distant promise you've heard recited and left on dusty shelves. My words come to you intimately, not as a faraway God, but as the Father who knows the timbre of your soul, who shaped you, who holds every memory, every hope, every quiet touch in this moment. Know that distraction would rob you of Agent La Revolution, the subtle but relentless transformation to which I am inviting you. The invitation is not to simply read, but to meet me, to hear a message unfiltered, alive, spoken straight toward your searching heart. Listen well, for even a whisper from it can alter the deepest currents of your being. First, I want to draw you as you are, not as you pretend to be or as you wish to appear. There are masks you have learned to wear, sometimes out of necessity, sometimes out of fear. Yet as see, beyond them linger in the silences after your laughter, the spaces left after your explanations end. Now choose to respond to this invitation. Speak to me in your own simple words. Save this message where you can return to it. And share this hope with someone whose heart is weary, so that what I have begun in you can overflow to theirs. I am not deceived smiles you wear when grief or confusion crouch nearby. Nothing about you is hidden to me, and still I love you not less for your weakness, but perhaps more tenderly because of it. I meet you eyes shaking with woe, dulled by routine, and I call you to rest against my word, to let the armor of striving fall away. You have nothing to prove to me. Right now, take a deep breath, and as you exhale, picture laying that armor at my feet. Actually do it. Don't just imagine it. The journey ahead will not require calculation or performance, but only an open heart willing to be softened, sometimes broken, but always shielded by my gentle hands. From the very beginning, I have been speaking your name, threading my purpose through each day, even those that felt empty or unbearable. Dawn, I believeth thee that some moments were wasted. I redeem every tear, every lost hour, and I gather even your smallest prayers, holding them close until they bloom. You have spent so much time measuring your worth by the shifting standards of the world and the fleeting opinions of others. But I am here to define you by a love that never changes. I am drawing near to your height now to write the story of your worth, not as the world gives, but as I alone see it. You are precious, you are cherished, and you're absolutely irreplaceable. Pause for a moment, take a deep breath. And let this truth settle into the cracks of your heart where doubt does stride to build a home. Don't rush past this. Close your eyes for a few seconds and whisper, I receive this truth. So your own voice agrees with my love. There are going to be gentle revelations coming your way. Moments when the things you always hoped for suddenly unfold. Filled with the warmth and color of my promise, you are not walking a random solitary path, because I have prepared every single step with anticipation and delight, even when you have wandered off or when pain convinced you that you were lost. I want you to lean in close, because I have never grown tired of your questions. In fact, it reassure them, because every cry, every whisper, and even your confused silence is like music to me when it is offered in honesty. I don't grow weary of you, nor do I pull away from your frustrations or your disappointments. Bring them all here to the edge of my heart so that we can look at them together, not with condemnation, but with the promise that nothing is too tangled for me to unravel. If you have come team feeling overlooked or exhausted, please listen. As every longing you have to belong, every ache for acceptance, and every secret grief you're carrying, I know your pain as intimately as I know the pattern of the stars in the sky. When you start to believe that nobody notices your faithfulness or your hard work, remember that I am your audience of one, delighting in every act of kindness. Says you show every word you speak with courage and every moment you choose to forgive. The world might measure you by your results and your recognition, but I measure you by the posture of your heart. Even when you stumble, when your strength feels like it is failing and your words don't match your intentions, I remain constant, still holding you, and still so proud to call you my own. I know there will be days of adversity, storms you did not choose, and winds you fear might uproot you. But my child, these are not moments of abandonment. They are moments of fierceness. Arnis thought the collisions of sorrow may shake your confidence. Stand guard around you as a shield that cannot be broken. Lean on me, not by ignoring your reality, but with the audacious trust that I will never leave you nor forsake you. I don't promise a life without suffering, for to have met grief, betrayal, and loneliness, but I do promise to transform your pain into resilience, your tears into seeds of new joy, and your brokenness into a vessel for greater glory. Listen for the whisper of hope that is rising up quietly inside you, and heart the echo of my spirit drawing you forward. When everything seems hidden or your prayers seem unanswered, please know that I am not silent. I am simply working in the shadows, preparing breakthroughs and weaving miracles out of what looks like an impossibility. Faith is like a seed pressed into the soil of darkness. In the stillness, you wonder if growth is happening. But I am the gardener, attentive and faithful, coaxing life where you imagined only barren ground. Let your heart linger in expectancy, even in the waiting, for no hope placed in me will ever be wasted. There isn't nothing accidental about your existence, and no event is outside my hands. You were conceived in the imagination of love, crafted by intent and thorough delight, and your very breath is a song composed before time began. When you doubt your impact, or when you feel invisible or unnecessary, remember that none else can fulfill the unique design with which I formed you. The world needs your particular story, your voice, and your presence, and I alone know the fullness of who you are becoming. Turn your gaze away from the noise that clamors for your attention. Because the world will offer you many counterfeits, fleeting validations, numbing distractions, and shallow comforts. These things may soothe you for a moment, but they leave the soul hungry, restless, and still searching. I offer you living water as satisfaction that does not diminish with time or disappointment. To drink from ice to find a peace that weathers storms, a joy that cannot be explained by circumstance, and a belonging that is never revoked. You are invited to return to me again and again, because there is no rationing at my table and no limitation to my embrace. There are things I wish to speak to your heart, not as demands, but as invitations. Guilt and shame may have spoken loudly in your story, but my voice brings conviction, never condemnation, and correction wrapped in unyielding love. When you stumble, I do not want you to retreat into hiding. I want you to step forward into the light, confident that my arms remain open and my forgiveness is certain. Our relationship was never meant to be sustained by your perfection, but by your willingness to let me intervene the messy streams of your soul. Listen, form in the mundane, the ordinary stretches of each day, because I do not only dwell in dramatic encounters or grand gestures. I walk beside you in the stillness, in the laughter shared over simple meals, and in the sighs released at the end of long days. My presence fills the whole tapestry of your life, and I delight. Drawn errant the monotony to reveal beauty where you assumed none existed. I must present in the silence, ace in the celebration, as attentive in your solitude as in your gatherings. You do not need to purchase my approval or earn entry into my affection, because your striving cannot increase or diminish my love by a single measure. Stand in the way of this truth. Before you acted, before you believed, I already chose you, delighted in you, and called you mine. Let this assurance anchor you through all that is to come. The work I began in you, I will be faithful to complete. You are being shaped, refined, and restored, sometimes in ways you do not yet perceive. Trust that my process is always good and that my purposes for you exceed your imagination. When discouragement settles in or fear whispers of unworthiness, rest in me. Lay your burdens down, release your anxieties, and let gentleness return to your heart. I do not tire of your coming, and no matter how often you need to lay the same worries before me, my patience is inexhaustible. Allow my love to be the balm that soothes your old wounds, and my kindness the morning sun that softens the frost of disappointment. You are never too vague and never beyond the reach of my redemption. Journey forward without fear of what tomorrow may hold, because I am already present in your future, preparing provision and companions for each new step. Do not let anxiety suffocate your joy. Take one day at a time, trusting that I am sufficient for each moment. The path may twist and rise in ways you cannot anticipate, but I am the steady hand guiding you, the faithful architect of all you will become. Believe that goodness and mercy are following close behind you, and that you are wrapped in a story far larger and more breathtaking than you can now understand. Let your heart be unburdened and your faith rekindled, because I am not finished with you, and the best is yet to unfold. You may find yourself longing for answers that seem hidden just beyond your reach, searching for purpose in a world that can be clouded by confusion or pain. But let me assure you, I am closer than your breath, attentive to your deepest unspoken questions. I remind you now that I knit you together with intentionality. You are a masterpiece, not an accident. That you sometimes feel when life seems ordinary is just the whisper of your spirit yearning for my presence, a reminder that you were made for more than fleeting pleasures and hollow pursuits. Is the shadows that sometimes stretch across your days, the disappointments and the anxieties that attempt to claim more space in your heart than they deserve. But you are not navigating these things alone. Every heartbeat, every tear, and every small act of courage is witnessed by me. If this is stirring something inside you, place your hand over your heart and say out loud, I am seen, I am loved, I am not alone. And let your own words agree with mine. Stop for a moment and let your soul inhale this truth. You are seen, you are cherished, and you are purposefully called into this moment. In a world that demands your attention but scattered in 1,000 directions, I invite you to be still. Anxiety clamors and noise competes for first place, yet in the quiet, I am speaking to you. Listen not just with your ears, but with the quiet inner space where my spirit lives. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. I am not a distant observer, but a constant companion, offering not just comfort, but also transformation. While the world may offer quick fixes that wear off and promises that break easily, what I give you is enduring. My presence brings a peace that steadies your soul, a hope that draws you up even when burdens feel heavy, and a joy that does not fade. Even when the world is shifting, you may sometimes wonder whether your struggles matter to me or whether your prayers are heard amidst the noise of so many others. Let me unveil the truth. Every word you whisper and every thought you hesitate to express is precious to me. Do not compare your journey to another's or diminish the quiet victories I am working in you, because there are overlooked moments in my eyes. When you feel small, let my lover remind you of your true worth. I have counted every hair on your head, and I know the dreams hidden in your heart, even those you dare not share. Nothing is too trivial, and nothing is too broken for my care and restoration. There have been days when hope has felt fragile, perhaps slipping through your fingers and yet my hope is not like the temporary optimism the world offers. My hope is a living stream rising from a source that never runs dry. When discouragement presses in and the future feels uncertain, remember that my faithfulness does not fluctuate with circumstances. I am steady and unwavering. If you look to the horizon and only see clouds, remember that the sun, if ashen, still shines behind them. Light is never defeated by darkness. I am working in ways you cannot always see, weaving together the fragments of your story into something beautiful. Even when the pattern is not obvious, there is no shame in bringing your weakness to me. The kind of strength I offer flourishes in honesty, not pretense. When you bring me your questions, your wounds, and your mess, you make room for me to act. I am the one who turns ashes into beauty and hopelessness into new beginnings. You may not understand the why or the how of every challenge, but you don't need to have it all figured out to rest in my faithfulness. Surrender does not mean defeat. In surrender, you step into the fullness of my care. I do not leave when things get hard. In fact, it is in your most desperate places that my love becomes clear. I stand my power most evident. Let me teach you to view hardship not as a punishment, but as a place where my grace abounds. You may wonder if the dreams inside you are too big, too insignificant, or too broken to ever be realized, but I place those desires within you. Some will be reshaped in my hands, others will bloom at just the right time, and some are seeds waiting patiently beneath the surface, destined for their own season. Trust me. Even if fulfillment seems delayed or looks different than you imagined, I'm in every waiting period, working in you and through you, because there is meaning in the process, in the stretching, and in the learning to trust. You are not alone in the in-between places. I am present in every pause and every promise. Do not despise small beginnings or slow progress, because growth is sometimes hidden beneath the soil before it bursts into view. The love I have for you is not dependent on your performance or perfection. My love is constant, without shadow or turning. When you fall short or feel inadequate, my arms remain open. I do not tire of your questions or your need for reassurance, because my love bears all things and keeps no record of wrongs. Every mistake and every regret is an opportunity for my mercy to cover and heal. I do not love you because you are flawless. I have chosen you as you are, and I see not just what is, but what can be and what will be as you walk with me. Let this free you from self-condemnation and the endless striving for approval. Rest in the truth that you are fully known and forever loved as you walk the path. Before you there will be moments when you're tempted to take control or to listen to voices that sow fear rather than faith. Remember, I am trustworthy. My ways may be higher than yours and sometimes mysterious, but always they are good. When you reach a crossroads, do not panic or freeze in uncertainty. Ask me for wisdom and breathe. I delight in guiding you. Even when doors close or detours come unexpectedly, my purpose is for you remain. One step at a time is enough. I don't require you to pout the entire journey, just to trust me with the next step. Do not underestimate the significance of daily faithfulness, because I weave these moments into a tapestry that reflects my love to the world. You are not invisible to me. When the age of loneliness comes and companionship feels scarce, I am the friend who never leaves nor forsakes. I understand every nuance of your longing for connection, for understanding, and for a sense that you belong. I created you for relationship, not only with others, but first with me. My presence is not reserved for special occasions or religious rituals. I am here now, ever attentive. Tell me about your hopes and hardships as you would to a dear friend. Allow yourself to rest in my company, even insolence. Here you will discover a belonging that anchors you regardless of shifting relationships and circumstances. If you sense weariness pressing heavy upon your spirit, take courage, for I am your rest and your renewal. The pressures of life may urge you to keep striving, performing, or achieving, but I call you out a step into rhythms of grace. You are not made to carry every burden alone. Let me lift what is too heavy. Let me refresh you in your innermost being. Draw near and let the assurance of my care quiet the noise that swirls around you. What you need most is not found in your own striving, but in my presence that fills and sustains. Allow yourself to be led, be still waters to find restoration for your soul. Here in my love, there is space to breathe again as you step forward in this sacred conversation. Let your heart settle and receive the assurance that you are noticed, truly seen in every moment of your journey. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. You may sometimes feel that your presence does not stir the world, or that the quiet H inside remains unacknowledged by others. But I have treasured your every heartbeat and watched over your path with unfailing love. Through every change, in every cycle of longing and fulfillment, I have held your story close, weaving it into a design more beautiful than you imagine. Sense the gentle weight of my care in the circumstances that once overwhelmed you. Even in the spaces between your prayers and the echoes of your doubts, I have not drawn back my attention. The smallest corners of your life, what you call insignificant or hidden, matter deeply to me. Each of your unseen sacrifices, your bursts of hope, and your silent defeats have been precious offerings. Nothing about you is overlooked or forgotten, and nothing you carry is too minor to reach my heart. Let these words breathe calm into your worries. There is no situation so tangled that my wisdom cannot gently unravel, nor is there anyone that my love cannot feel. Though you may have built walls to shield yourself from disappointment and guarded your tenderness, I have lingered right outside those doors, never forcing but always inviting. Each tear that has traced its way down your face and every silent plea joins the ongoing river of prayers I cherish. My desire is not to pass judgment coldly, but to draw you ever deeper into fellowship, where you might understand how profoundly I delight in you. Recall those moments when you looked for affirmation and were met with silence, when you questioned your significance beneath the weight of unspoken expectations. It pleased me to call you by name long before any title or approval this world could grant. Your inherent worth is anchored in the fact that it formed you intentionally, knitting together strengths and vulnerabilities into a purpose unlike any other. You exist not as an afterthought, but as a cherished element in my creation, uniquely equipped for a destiny that flows from my own heart. As you consider the future, pause before anxieties rush in. Fear has often whispered that you are alone or lacking, but that is a shadow, not the truth. My provision is not just material, it is peace for your unrest, courage for the places you hesitate, and grace for each misstep. Learn to lean on me, you would on a trusted friend, sure that I am not fickle or easily discouraged by your humanity. Beyond what you see now, I am preparing a way that invites you to participate in beauty, meaning, and the deep joy of belonging. Remember, my faithfulness is not conditional or distant. Even when your heart has wandered or you have doubted my goodness, I have never withdrawn the offer of restoration. No mistake disqualifies you from my love. My pursuit is not wearied by your questions, so frustrate. Ions, when you find yourself tangled in the same old habits, overwhelmed by regret or ashamed of your failures, look up. I am close, eager to recover what was lost and to plant new seeds of hope within you. In every cycle of longing and return, my mercy has the final word. The journey is not without obstacles. At times the way may seem shrouded in fog, and you may not recognize the significance of your footsteps. But even in uncertainty, you are not without guidance. I whisper wisdom to those willing to listen, imparting discernment for each decision. None of your wrestling is wasted. I use even your confusion to gentle your spirit and teach you to rally lessen transient answers and more on my steady presence. Yield your striving to me, trusting that I am at work in ways you cannot yet perceive. Your weaknesses do not disqualify you from my purposes. On the contrary, I work through humility, using the clay that is yielded to my shaping hands. Do not despise your limits. Instead, bring them into the light of honest conversation with me. In your weakness is where my strength shines brightest. What this world might discard or overlook, I redeem and elevate. Allow yourself to hope again, to expect that I desire to do good for you, and to recognize that your joy is precious to me. At times, pain has colored your view of what is possible. Loss, disappointment, and the betrayals of trust have built barriers inside you. But know this, I am both healer and restorer. Where others have withdrawn or wounded you, I draw close with patience and tenderness. I do not rush the process of healing, but stay beside you moment by moment, whispering comfort that no human words can imitate. In the aftermath of hurt, I offer the quiet gift of resilience, slowly knitting together the fragments of your heart. Receive the assurance that you are not defined by your lowest moments. Your value does not depend on uninterrupted success or the approval of those around you. When you stumble, I don't recoil but move closer. Encounter grace that flows unceasingly, a grace that restores, uplifts, and emboldens. Is beyond the labels and scars, recognizing in you an image that reflects my own love and creativity. Release the burdens you have collected, because you do not walk this path alone. Let your soul take a refuge in this truth. I am unwavering in my devotion to you. Through cycles of doubt and faith, through valleys and on mountaintops, my hand remains outstretched. I am not finished with your story, no matter how heavy the chapter feels in this moment. Even disappointment and slow progress are not signs of abandonment. They are invitations to see me goodness with new eyes. Each disappointment can become a doorway to greater trust, and each delay an opportunity for my timing to bring greater fruit. Open your heart to the possibilities I am unfolding, even if you cannot see their shape yet. The life I knit for you is not built on quick success or outward achievemental one, but in a wholeness crafted through persistence and intimacy with me. Know that I see the longings you carry deep within, the hopes deferred, unsung dreams, and private fears. You do not need to hide these from me. I am not overwhelmed by your need. Rather, I rejoice each time you bring it once before me. Let expectancy begin to rise again in your spirit. The world may have tried to teach you that nothing changes, that hope is foolish. But I am not limited by any circumstance. What is impossible for you is possible for me. I specialize in resurrection, restoring what was thought dead, bringing laughter where there were only tears, and growing gardens in places long scorched and barren. Turn your gaze from impossibility to my ability. Invite me into the places you have sealed off, the places you dare not hope. As I draw near, feel my delight in every small act of trust. Every time you choose kindness over bitterness, every time you forgive, and every time you offer mercy where you could demand justice, you echo my own heart. These choices may seem insignificant against the sweep of history, but they matter deeply to me. The humility with which you love is a fragrance that pleases me. The compassion you show to the hurting, though you sometimes feel used up or unseen, bears witness to my own care for the unnoticed. You are not merely a survivor of your circumstances, but an agent of my light. Even in your uncertainty, I place opportunities before you to create beauty, to repair what is broken, and to speak life into what has been neglected. Trust that your efforts, even when you cannot measure their immediate effect, are gathered and multiplied by me. I work through the weak, the hesitant, and the overlooked, using the humble to shame the wisdom of the proud. Keep your heart open, child, for you are part of something far more significant than what meets your sight. As you let your soul breathe in my presence, I am drawing you deeper. Still, there is a longing inside you, something you may not always have words for, that my love recognizes completely. See how you search for meaning and comfort. You've tried to find fulfillment in many places, grasping for fleeting joys and temporary assurances, yet always left with a quieted chew when the world's answers slip away. My heart knows every tired moment when you feel unseen, forgotten, or burdened by a weight none else can detect. In those places of inward struggle, I invite you to lean into, not with striving or anxious pleas, but with honesty, open hands that do not hide anything, for nothing about you surprises me. Each part of you is lovingly crafted, and every chapter of your story whispers of my pursuit. Even when you stepped away from me, thinking you had wandered too far, my gaze was steady. Nothing can erase the value I see in you. In your doubts, I am not impatient or distant. Instead, I gather your questions and fears as a loving shepherd gathers lambs, binding up wounds with gentleness. Today I call you to trust again. Trust doesn't mean there is never pain or confusion. It means choosing within the mystery and sometimes messiness of your life to believe that I am with you. Your small, uncertain steps are precious to me. The gift I offer is not contingent on your perfection. I do not tolerate your mistakes to weigh your worth, for my mercy is new every morning. When you are weary of failing, let me remind you that I do not measure you by your lowest points or your faintest efforts. My love does not keep our record of wrongs, but instead covers and restores. I prepare renewal for you in seasons where life feels barren. Just as winter branches quietly prepare for the spring, I am cultivating hope beneath the surface of what seems lifeless. Hidden seeds are growing in the ground of your surrender. I work in ways beyond your reckoning. What you think lost or wasted, I redeem. If your heart carries regret or shame, bring it to me. I am not scandalized or disappointed by brokenness. I came for the hurting and the helpless, for those who have tried everything else and reached the end of themselves. My embrace is not reserved for the strong, but for the honest. When you confess your need, you invite my power to work in places you kept walled off. Some of these walls are old, built brick by brick through years of hurt or disappointment. You wonder if anyone could really understand, but I do. I know the story behind each stone. There is nothing in you too complicated for me. I unravel knots with tenderness and wisdom, never forcefully, always inviting you into greater freedom. You don't have to fix yourself before coming to me. Transformation is what I bring, and you receive it by welcoming me. You are letting my grace flow into that is dry and cracked within. Let me lead you into rest, not as the world gives it, but as only I can. My rest does not depend on circumstances or the approval of others. It is the shelter of knowing you belong, no matter what. Even when storms swirl, I remain your constant. I do not tire of your prayers, and I do not become numb to your tears. Each sigh is treasured. Emotional exhaustion and hidden fears are not too heavy for me. Release the need to perform, to impress even me. I ask for your heart, not for perfect words or flawless actions. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Be honest with me, tell me where you struggle, what disappoints or frightens you. Your vulnerability is as a creed offering. I meet it not with judgment, but with my unwavering affection. I will not let you walk alone. I pour comfort into the cracks where loss or loneliness would settle. Even if people have failed you, misunderstood you, or could not stay, I remain ever present. My faithfulness never withdraws. In the quiet corners of your days, I whisper assurance you are seen, cherished, and carried. My promises are not like shifting shadows. What I have spoken over you stand. 7 When you feel unworthy or uncertain, trust is not a leap into the dark, but our response to my light. Every promise I make springs from the depths of my character. I do not change with moods or seasons. My commitment to you endures through every sunrise and dusk. Let your imagination grasp this for a moment. I hold the universe in my hand, and within that same hand, I hold your life with gentle care. I am not distant or distracted. My thoughts toward you outnumber the grains of sand on every shore. Where others may forget, wear your own memory. I falters, I remain mindful you matter more than you know. This is not flattery or empty encouragement. It is the reality upon which your purpose rests. You are not a random accident. Your existence is intentional, and my dreams for you are greater than what you dare hope. Walk open-eyed into each new day, knowing I go before you. You are not left to navigate life's twists by your own wits or strength. I chart the course before you, smoothing valleys and making paths, even in wild terrain. I ask you not to strive for control, but to allow my wisdom to guide. There will be places you do not understand and times where clarity seems far off, but I don't abandon you in confusion. Instead, I walk beside you, illuminating the next step, giving guidances suited to your need. When you lack direction, wait quietly before me. Even in waiting, you're growing. Patience is not wasted time, but an invitation to tune your heart to my gentle leading. Sometimes the answers you seek arrive softly in whispers and nudges. I teach you to listen, to recognize my voice by my peace. If storms arise and courage fails, remember your fears never separate. Take you from my protection, I am your rock, your fortress. When anxiety rushes in, anchor your heart to my presence. Do not fight the battle alone or in your own strength. Call upon me. There is courage and vulnerability in admitting your need rather than hiding it. I am not disappointed by your dependence. I created you to lean on me. The safest place you can be is in the shelter of my arms, where as a sustain and uphold you. Do not let shame whisper that you are a burden. You are my beloved, purchased at a great price. I shield you with loving kindness. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. Let my power be your covering. I have prepared a future filled with hope, not the fragile hope of wishful thinking, but the solid assurance rooted in who I am. I see beyond what you can glimpse of today. I weave your pain, your joys, and your most hidden dreams into a tapestry with eternal significance. Even now I am orchestrating connections, opportunities, and healing in ways you may not yet perceive. I do not wish to suffering out of ashes. I bring beauty still unknown to you. Trust that what I am building in your life will stand, though storms may test the foundations. Your part is to remain rooted in my love, nourishing yourself daily by returning to my words, my promises, and my presence. There are moments when the confusion in your journey feels like a fog that refuses to lift, and the ache of uncertainty echoes within you, leaving you searching for clarity that seems distant. Yet in this space you are closer to me than you realize. For when you reach the end of your own understanding, you touch the threshold of my wisdom. I am the God who walks with you, even when the path is obscured, steadying your hands and steadying your heart as you move forward, one patient step at a time. Rather than resisting the unknown, Allow yourself to settle into the shelter of my promises, letting my assurance become the lamp that gives enough light for each immediate step. I have never left you, and I have never grown weary in watching over you. Your vulnerabilities do not disqualify you. They are invitations for my power to be perfected in your weakness. As you embrace what you cannot control, trust the one who holds all things together. Let your inner world become quiet in my presence. The loud demands and inner noise of your heart can make it difficult to hear my gentler rhythm. But when you deliberately pause, even if only for a breath, you create as a cred space for my voice to carve peace into your soul. You do not need to earn my love, nor do you need to prove your worth. I see you in every season, in laughter and sorrow, in hope and in struggle. My gaze is not like the world's, which measures and critiques, is beneath the layers past. The masks you wear, I delight in your honest thought, even if it trembles with doubt or feels raw with pain. Bring me the whole of your experience and lay it down, for I am not only the God of your victories, but also the God of your valleys and shadows. Through both, I teach you to walk by faith, not by sight. When you feel adrift, remember that my spirit moves even over what appears empty and formless. Just as I spoke light over the darkness at the beginning of creation, so too do I speak hope over the disorder you feel. I am the God who makes all things new, who brings life through. Remember, what seemed lifeless circumstances may shift and relationships may change, but my affection for you is anchored and unwavering. I am not easily startled by your questions or alarmed by your fears. Invite me into every room of your heart, the places you keep locked and the corners you haven't dusted for years. I do me deepest work in hidden places. Nothing is wasted when placed in my hands. Trust that redemption weaves quietly, often beneath the surface where your eyes cannot yet see. As you continue, let gratitude guide you. It is not simply saying thank you when things go well, but noticing where my hand has already provided, protected, and nudged you onward. Even when the evidence was subtle, gratitude softens charts, loosens anxieties, and widens your perspective. When you choose to recollect the small mercies in the daily bread I provide, your soul starts to sing again. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. The practice of seeing my kindness will sustain you when answers are delayed. My timing is perfect, though you may rarely understand its cadence until later. My delays are not denials, and my silences do not signal absence. Sometimes waiting prepares your heart to hold what is coming, stretching your capacity for joy and your ability to steward what you will receive. Every promise I have made to you is rooted in my character. Note in your fluctuating feelings or shifting circumstances, I am not like the shifting shadows. My commitment to you is reliable in the fierce storms and in the brightest days. When you wonder if you're truly known, remember that if warmed you in secret with intention and intricacy, there are fingerprints of my handiwork on your every thought, dream, and desire. It brings me joy to see you pursue the gifts I have placed inside you. Even if the journey to maturity is messy and uneven, I am more patient with your becoming than you are. I am not monitoring your progress with cold detachment, but nurturing your soul toward fullness each day. You do not need to journey alone. I have given you the gift of belonging to me and to others who walk the journey by your side. Isolation can seem safe, but it is not the path of wholeness. Let others witness your story. Share your burdens and rejoice in your progress. I delight in weaving you into a community forged by grace, where prayers uplift and honest words restore. Do not fear vulnerability, for it's often the doorway to my healing. Your testimony, especially in weakness, will become a light to those still searching. When you feel unable to continue, let the prayers of your brothers and sisters sustain you. For in loving one another, you echo my love. Forgive as you are forgiven. Resentment is a chain that weighs you down, robbing you of the peace I long to give. The forgiveness I offer you daily is the source and model for the mercy you extend to others. Release the debts owed to you, surrender the hurts withheld. For each act of forgiveness, you reclaim your heart from bitterness and join me in the greater work of restorate. I do not ask you to in your wounds, but to let me help them so that love has the last word. As you learn to let go, you free yourself from the burdens that dim your light and weigh on your soul. My child, remain open to me nudges and prompts, especially in small, ordinary moments. I'm often found in the simple act of kindness or in the wisdom that rises gently within you. My presence is not confined to dramatic miracles alone. I am a sneer in the mundane, ease in the miraculous. Listen for me in laughter and insolence, in tears and in rest. I am never far. Even when you feel unwell. Orthy, your longing for me is the very proof of my work in you. That holy hunger is not a flaw, but evidence that my spirit draws you forward, drawing you deeper. Hold on to hope, not as mere wishful thinking, but as a living anchor that keeps you steady. Hope is born of the certainty that if finish every good work is start in you, that nothing is beyond my redemption, and that every sorrow you carry will one day be turned to joy. Walk with confidence in my promises. Even when the world offers only brokenness or uncertainty, my word for you remains sure and true. You are not forgotten, not forsaken, butcherished. Let your soul rest in the knowledge that I am, and that I am enough for whatever you face. Understand that the road you are walking was never designed for you to navigate by your own wisdom or strength. I have been with you from the first breath, watching over each passing moment, even the ones you thought I overlooked. Every struggle that battered your resolve and every disappointment that clouded your spirit, they have not been wasted or ignored. Deep within every challenge lies a seed of purpose, quietly taking root then. At the surface of your understanding, you may ask yourself why darkness is sometimes pressed so closely, why wounds have been allowed, or why loneliness creeps in when hope seems faintest. Is your questions, and I hearth each behind your words. You have never been invisible to me. My eyes have seen your tears, and my heart has not remained unmoved by your suffering. I know how long you have waited for answers, for healing, and for their assuring presence of my hand. Even when silence lingers, I am working in the depths, shaping your spirit, fortifying your faith, and preparing what your eyes have yet to behold. Where heaviness surrounds you, do not mistake the delay for my absence. I am not the cause of your pain, but the one who enters into it with you, transforming the very ashes meant to destroy you into new beginnings. I am not uninterested in your daily struggles. My care for you is not distant or impersonal. With every heartbeat, I am aware of the details that feel insignificant to others. In the hidden places of your heart where fear and hope wrestle, I am there whispering possibility into you. When you wonder if there is any point to all the striving, if your faith is doing any good, hold firm. For your persistence is not forgotten, nor is your trusting me. It is being woven into something resilient, a testimony that will one day speak. Even when your lips are silent, I have chosen you not for your perfection or your strength, but for the way your heart leans toward me even in brokenness. I don't keep record of only your victories. My delight is in the one who gets up again, who takes shaky steps toward me despite a discouragement. Let me show you the beauty is in your persistence, your willingness to keep loving even when love has not been returned as you desire. No act of kindness, no moment of humility, and no prayer whispered in the night is lost with me. I hold them all treasures that matter more than worldly conquests. The world may measure greatness differently, but I measure the hidden choices to trust, obey, forgive, and persevere. You may have doubted whether your failures have disqualified you in my eyes, but hear me clearly, nothing you have done, nor anything you have failed to do, can change the love I have poured out over your life. I do not shame you for weakness, I draw near to it. I do not condemn your honest doubts. I invite you to bring them into the light where my truth can soothe and rebuild. Kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. There is not a single day I desire for you to wear the weight of guilt and regret. Bring meal that burdens you, for I delight in freeing those I love from invisible chains. My invitation to you is not conditional. It is not revoked by your mood, your mistakes, or the dry seasons when your soul feels numb. I am steadfast even when you feel unsteady. I am your shelter and your rest, a quiet place in the midst of the world's noise. Let me teach you how to listen for my voice, not only in loud miracles, but in the gentle nudges that guide your steps. Often I speak in longings, in ideas you cannot explain, and in dreams that persist even when you try to ignore them. Learn to recognize the difference between the enemy's accusations and the conviction that comes from my love. One drags you into shame and despair. The other lifts your gaze, reminding you there is hope because I am with you. I don't use fear as my tool. I pursue you with patience, with mercy so persistent that it will undo every hard conclusion you have drawn about yourself. Do not be afraid to bring your whole heart to me. The disappointments that have lingered, the unanswered prayers, and vent the injury you sometimes feel toward me. I am not fragile or easily offended. I am your Father, the one who longs for honest conversation above polite religion. True intimacy is born when you are real with me, and I promise that I will never turn you away for your honesty. I am strong enough to carry your questions and gentle enough to hold your tears. Even if faith feels like a small ember within you, I do not despise it. I fan it with my breath, nurturing it back to flame. I want you not only to survive but to thrive, not by avoiding pain but by trusting that I can do something beautiful with it. Where you see only endings, is the beginning hidden within. Where you see only chaos, is the intricate tapestry that over time will display my faithfulness. Do not underestimate the impact of trusting right where you are, even when you cannot see the whole picture. Every step you take into the unknown, choosing to believe that I am for you, becomes a declaration that darkness cannot drown out my light in you. Let disappointment drive you deeper into my embrace, not farther from it. When it is hardest to believe, that is when your trust becomes most precious. You are not required to have perfect faith. I honor the smallest movement in my direction. Where others have failed to understand you, where your journey has set you apart, remember you are never alone in my presence. The things you cannot explain to your closest friends, you can lay before me and find rest for your soul. There is a peace I offer that is not dependent on circumstances, a joy that survives even sorrow. This is not make-believe or distant theology. It is your inheritance as my beloved. Lean into me promises, especially in seasons of waiting. Lethopier is not because your circumstances have changed, but because my character remains the anchor that keeps you secure. My word to you is unchanging, and my commitment to you is unwavering. Even when you stumble, even when you fail, Luther am the steady hand lifting you, teaching you how to walk in freedom. My eyes are never looking for reasons to reject you. They are always looking for ways to draw you near. I am your safe place, the one who understands every unspoken word, every hidden longing, and every quiet fear. There is nothing about you that surprises me or causes me to withdraw my love. This is the life I want for you, not one free of struggle, but one anchored in unshakable hope. I have already begun the work, and I will be faithful to complete it in you. Draw near, let go of your striving, and let my love become the source that carries you forward step by step, season after season. You are my beloved, and nothing will ever change that truth. There are moments when you may sense the weight of your life pressing in from every side, when the journey feels long and your hands tremble with fatigue. But know that I am present in every sigh, in every longing, and in every empty space you wish I would fill. I have watched you measure your failures, stack them up like stones, believing they form an unscalable barrier between us. But in truth, there is no all that. My love cannot dissolve, and no shame so deep that my mercy cannot touch. I have not come to condemn you or to tally your efforts as the world does. I see you as you are, and as I created you to become, one who is beloved, capable of receiving my transforming grace and called into my light. When you're flecked in the wounds you carry, both old and new, be gentle with your soul. Each bruise is known to me, and each unspoken sorrow heard before you utter a word. You may have learned to hide your pain, to present a brave face or a well-practiced story, but I am the one who knows what lies beneath. I do not shy away from the darkest parts of your heart. Instead, I reach for them with tenderness, longing to exchange your burdens for my peace. If you feel unworthy to stand in my presence, remember that I am not seeking perfection. As the price of my love, I desire your honest heart, your willingness to let me in even when your voice quivers or your trust is shaken. There is a freedom that awaits you, not the fleeting kind offered by the world, but a deep, true rest that flows from my heart to yours. Imagine the relief of setting down every false expectation, every role you have felt forced to play, and simply being with me as you are. It is here in the quiet, where neither voices compete, that I invite you to unburden yourself. Breathe in my kindness. Permit yourself to receive the goodness I long to pour into you. When you step into the light of my gaze, you will find no condemnation, only acceptance, renewal, and hope. Your fears about the future of 10 grow louder than my promises. Is the thoughts that spiral when circumstances shift, when doors close, or when answers seem delayed? You wonder if I have overlooked you, if perhaps your prayers rise only to disappear into silence. This is when I call you to remember who I am, your faithful companion, the one who works in hidden places, the orchestrator of hope where you see only confusion. I do not waste your waiting. Every moment is another opportunity for your roots to find my wellspring, for your faith to deepen beyond what you yet understand. You may wonder why the path is sometimes thorny, why your journey includes challenges you never would have chosen for yourself. While I do not delight in your pain, I use every circumstance as an invitation for you to draw closer. Trials refine your character. Waiting strengthens your endurance. Dependence on me rather than on your own resources opens your heart to a grace you cannot manufacture on your own. I am not distant in struggle, but closer than ever, walking beside you and nurturing the seeds of resilience and hope I planted in your soul long ago. There is great beauty in your willingness to rise again after disappointment, to trust me with your broken dreams, and to place your hope in my restoration. I collect every tear, honor every courageous step you take, and rejoice over every choice you make toward forgiveness, compassion, and trust. You are never alone in this. My spirit breathes strength into your lungs. Whispers comfort when you can barely whisper at all. Let me remind you that you're valued. Owes nothing on your achievements or the approval of others. When the world measures greatness by what you produce or the acclaim you receive, I delight in your heart's posture, your desire to do what is good and true, even when none is watching. Rest in the truth that you are already cherished, not for what you do, but for who you are. My precious creation, beloved from the beginning, redeemed in love that never fails. The quietness you sometimes experience is not my absence, but an invitation to deeper trust. Stillness is not emptiness when it becomes the place where you listen for the subtle movement of my spirit, the gentle nudges, the comfort that seeps into your bones. Don't rush through these moments. Let them become sacred ground where fear loosens its grip and hope sprouts in the soil of surrender. When your thoughts accuse you, when guilt and regret surface, lift your eyes to him. My forgiveness is more certain than the sunrise, my patience with you longer than the longest night. I'm not surprised by your setbacks. I anticipated every weakness and already prepared the grace you would need. Receive it freely. It's my gift to you, not a reward for your labor, but the natural overflow of my heart. As you accept this grace, release yourself from the bondage of self-condemnation and walk boldly in the light I have given you. Some days you may feel you bring only emptiness or confusion to me, but do not fear. Even in your uncertainty, I am at work shaping your story, weaving beauty from what still seems formless. Your honest is a precious offering. Your doubts, when surrendered to me, become doorways for greater faith. I welcome your questions, your longings, even your disappointments. My love is not fragile. It will not shatter before your honest wrestling. Instead, it will hold you, anchor you, and guide you toward the peace you most crave. Let each new dawn remind you that my mercies are as sure and as fresh as the morning sunlight. Yesterday's mistakes do not predict today's favor. The past does not define the joy I have for you in this present moment. Draw near with expectancy, for I am always creating newness in your life. Possibility in what seemed impossible, laughter in places long silent, and purpose, discouragement unsettled. Trust in my timing. My hands are skilled at restoration. Nothing is lost beyond my reach, and no story is too tangled for me to redeem. As you continue to walk with me, know that your small acts of trust and kindness echo into eternity. The love you sow in quiet, unseen space matters deeply too. What you offer, though it may feel insignificant, carries multiplied impact through my power. Let go of striving to impress or earn. Return to the simplicity of abiding in my love, letting it shape your thoughts, words, and actions each day. I am not waiting for your perfection, nor do I tire of your persistence. Every step you take toward me. Notice, kindly show your support for our community by contributing super thanks from $50 to $100. Every question, every knock at the door of my heart is answered with open arms. Allow yourself to be fully known, fully loved, and fully transformed, for this has been my desire for you from the very beginning. You have walked with me through valleys, felt the weight of burdens too heavy to carry alone, and still you wonder if I am near in the silent stretches of your journey. Let me assure you, my gaze has never wavered from you. Every unspoken aching hidden hope, every tear and every sigh have gathered up, and none have been lost on me. My presence is not reserved only for spectacular moments or dazzling breakthroughs. I move in the simplicity of your daily rhythms, in gentle mercies that arrive before you even think to ask. When you face the temptation to measure your progress, to compare your seasons with those of others, remember that I am the gardener who knows each plant's appointed time for budding and blooming. Cease striving to fit the timeline of those around you. My work in your soul is tender and individual, and I have not forgotten or overlooked you. Even when evidence of growth is slow to emerge, I want you to recognize the holy significance of perseverance. The world celebrates swift victory and instant results, but my kingdom is established in quiet faithfulness and steadfast endurance. Seeds grow in darkness before they break through the soil. Your smallest acts of courage, your obedient choices hidden from every human ear, precious to me. The applause of others is fleeting, but their word of walking with me is eternal. Trust that nothing surrendered or sacrificed in my name is ever wasted or ignored at the end of each day. No matter the outcome, rest in my approval and let me define your worth. For I see the labor invisible to all but me. In moments when storms rage and you fear being overtaken, recall your roots resting secure in my love. Winds will shake you, waves may batter, yet your anchor in me holds unshakably firm. When you lean fully into my embrace, you discover a hidden reservoir of strength that surpasses human understanding. It is here in quiet trust that you are transformed, not by force, not by striving, but by surrendering into my care. My strength, this perfected in your weakness. Where you see lack, I pour out abundance. Where you see failure is either all material for my grace. If only you could view yourself through my eyes for a moment. Limitless potential, infinite belovedness, and a future already secured by my faithfulness. Allow yourself to grieve the losses and disappointments that have cut deeply, but do not let them shape the boundaries of your hope. Release old stories of defeat and the lies that whisper, you aren't enough. In me, your story is being rewritten every day. The past cannot chain you when you trust the whose pen writes in love and mercy. Believe that every setback is but another invitation to experience my restoration. Where scars remain, they are transformed into testimonies of healing and resilience. What once brought shame, I have already covered with honor. What felt barren, I have destined for fruitfulness beyond imagining. You may at times anguish over what you lack, longing for signs, answers, or miracles. but my beloved do not desp. These are seasons of waiting. In waiting your roots got deep. You learn to drink from me alone and discern my voice above all others. I am never unresponsive, though my ways confound human understanding. In the hidden place, as you trust instead of grasping for control, I am shaping your heart for destinations you cannot yet see. Remember, hope that is seen is not hope at all. Dare to hope even in bleakness, for my promises are not empty. They gestate growing in the dark until their time of fulfillment comes bright and unstoppable. Let me address the moments you feel disqualified by your failings. Shame is not my tool. I convict so you may turn toward me, never to drive you away. My kindness leads you to repentance, healing your heart, not wanting it further. My forgiveness is full and free, purchased not by your effort but by my love. Accept it. Allow the weight of condemnation to slip from your shoulders. Walk free, not because you have never stumbled, but because you are continually lifted by my grace. The enemy would have you wear failure as your identity. I clothe you in righteousness and call you my own. Guard your mind with Ruth. When fears swirl and accusations rise, my word over you does not change with circumstances. I am your defender, your shield, the one who goes before you and covers you from behind. When you feel alone in battle, listen for my whisper, steady and unwavering peace. Best still, I am with you. Turn down the volume of chaos and listen for my quiet counsel. It is not in the earthquake or the fire, but in the gentle breeze that I often speak. Make room in your day for silence, and you will find I have been speaking all along. Take heart, for you have overcome more than you think. Let gratitude have its way even in the unfinished places. Each day you choose to trust, to forgive, to love beyond what feels possible. You are already participating in my victory. Lift your eyes from unanswered questions and fix them on me. I am not only preparing a place for you in the end, Butal Sor, renewing you for this life here and now. Receive daily bread, grace for each step, and the assurance that you walk with the one who holds the ending from the beginning. You are never left to navigate on your own when others disappoint or wound you. Let me be the friend that never leaves, the healer that always listens. You are safe when you bring your raw emotions and unanswered prayers to me. I will not reject your honesty. Confess your weariness, your anger, your confusion, and let me exchange your burdens for my peace. Let forgiveness flow not as a sign of weakness. You test the strongest evidence that my love reigns in your life. When your hands are empty, then I can fill them with blessings that surpass your expectations. Always remember, my child, that you're not defined by the storms you endure, nor by the times your faith falters under pressure. You are defined by my love, unbreakable, unearned, unending. As surely as morning follows night, so my purposes for you stand regardless of how dark the interim may feel. Draw near to him. Let me remind you again and again, you are cherished, you are chosen, and you are never alone. There is a gentle strength I am cultivating in you as these seasons move in your life. In moments when you feel weary, remember that I see your exhaustion, and I am here, never distant. Let me lift the burdens you have tried so long to carry in your own strength. My love for you is not dependent on what you can accomplish on your best day or how strong you appear in front of others. Your greatest need is me, not more striving or perfection in your performance. I want you to sit with this truth, to let it settle into the depths of your heart. You are precious to me, just as you are, even in moments of weakness, even when your faith wavers, even when you do not understand the road ahead. Trust is not built all at once, it grows as you allow me to prove my faithfulness in the small things, in the quiet spaces between your loudest prayers. I invite you now to let go of your fear of never being enough. I have called you by name, and you are mine. You tend to measure yourself by comparisons and old wounds, by standards you inherited from voices that did not know the fullness of my love, but I am not wholly in your worth against a stranger's he. Glatriel, remind yourself that I am the one who arches hearts, who delights in your unique journey, who rejoices over your smallest gestures of kindness and your quietest acts of faith. I have placed treasures in your soul that are only revealed through patient tending, through the days when you show up even in your weakness, through the nights when you whisper your doubts to me. I am not discouraged by your questions or your moments of confusion. I am your guide, your counselor. The one who opens new paths when old ones seem blocked by circumstances you cannot control. Let me fill you with patient expectancy. Many times you're ahead, anxious to see promises fulfilled, to grasp answers now, yet you miss the beauty of my timing when you focus on the outcomes. My timing is a tapestry you cannot always see from your vantage point, but I am weaving each strand with intention. The delays and pauses in your life are not punishments, they are invitations to learn trust, to discover that I am good even in waiting. There is now a wasted season when you walk in step with me. Every experience, cherished or regretted, can be transformed as you surrender it. Allow my spirit to breathe on places in your heart that feel forgotten or barren. Watch as I bring forth life from what seemed lifeless, hope where there was only dry ground. You may wonder if it truly heart the desires of your heart. If your silent hopes matter to the maker of the universe, know this: every longing, every sigh, every dream you tuck away, I receive with tenderness. I know when a dream needs time to grow, when a longing needs to be reshaped, and when the deepest wishes of your spirit are to be released into reality. Sometimes the answers come gently, unfolding slowly, teaching you perseverance and deeper delight in my presence rather than the gift itself. Other times you may never fully understand the why of my answers, but you can find rest in the certainty of my goodness. I am. Note a distant observer, butin active participants, shaping circumstances and hearts for my glory and your ultimate joy. Take refuge in my constancy. While everything around you can shift and erode, my love remains unwavering. The world offers many promises that fade, but my covenant with you endures beyond every trial, beyond every disappointment. Do not measure your progress by the pace of those around you. The journey I have charted for you is marked by milestones only I can set. There will be breakthroughs that come suddenly, and there will also be seasons of hidden growth where new strength forms out of sight. Walk forward even when the next step is shrouded in uncertainty, knowing that I am already in every tomorrow, preparing the way, holding your hand, guarding your heart. When fear seeks to pull you back into old patterns or paralyze you in indecision, speak to him. Name your fears and let me replace them with my peace. I do not demand a counterfeit bravery. I invite you to bring your trembling and uncertainty to me so I can prove my care. Each act of trust, no matter how small, matters to me. When you decide to forge instead of holding on to old hurts, when you choose gratitude while longing for more, and when you step out in kindness despite past rejection, I notice and I am working deep within you. There is power in aligning yourself with my heart, power to heal, or at least to dream again. You may be tempted to retreat when circumstances overwhelm you, to close your heart as a way of self-protection. But I urge you, keep your heart open. Vulnerability is not weakness, it is a doorway to transformation. It is on the threshold of your greatest uncertainties that you will encounter my greatest faithfulness. I do not want to pain. Even your mistakes and failures, when surrendered, can become seeds for future blessing. Allow me to interpret your past through the lens of my love, to give you new narratives of hope and redemption. I see the beginning and the end, and I am with you in every chapter in between. Let me remind you that you are never alone, not for a single heartbeat. I have set my affection upon you, and my eyes never leave you. In the silence, I am listening. In the chaos, I am guiding. In your laughter, I am rejoicing. In your tears, I am comforting. I call you not merely to exist, but to live with purpose and joy. Even when circumstances remain unchanging, your spirit can be renewed, because I am the wellspring of life within you. Drink deeply of my presence and let it fill the empty spaces in your soul. Trust that the seeds of faith and love you plant today will be our fruit in due time. Do not be discouraged by what you cannot yet see. I am cultivating spiritual fruit in you. Patience, kindness, steadfastness, courage. As you abide in me and let my words shape the patterns of your life, you will become a source of encouragement and hope for others. You may not realize the full ripple effects of your choices, but I am multiplying your acts of love far beyond what you imagine. Be faithful in the small things and watch as I expand your capacity for joy and impact. I have journeyed with you through deep places, gentle valleys and soaring heights. I have spoken comfort to your wounded places, gentle correction to your wandering steps, and hope into every dry season of your heart. You have listened when the world clamored, and you felt uncertain why you should pause for me. Yet look how my words have begun to soak into the fiber of your spirit. I know the tender places where fear and longing mingle. I see the places behind the masks you wear even for yourself. You are not hidden from me, nor have you ever been forsaken. I am weaving goodness from strands of your life. You believe Ariel already ruined, resurrecting innocence where you thought it lost, and reminding you daily that true life flows not from your striving but from resting in my love. Lift your head, my gaze is never turned away from you. When others have poured out judgments or when your own inner voice shouted accusations, I remain steadfast, speaking better things over your story. Take a breath. Feel the reality that you do not come to me as a beggar hoping for scraps, but as a beloved one for whom I have always longed. How often you assume my kindness relies on your moods, your effort, or your moments of clarity. Yet I remind you again, it is my joy to draw near to those who are weary, to heal what you would rather hide, to establish your feet on pathways you once doubted you could walk. The inheritance I offer, peace, unshakable love, unending purpose, unfading, is not for others alone. It is for you as fully as light belongs to the morning. Even now I am whispering into your circumstances, challenging the assumptions that limit your receiving. I have seen the times when you felt the fire, yet doubted whether it would refine or consume you. Know this, the flames I allow are purifying, never meant to destroy my masterpiece. You are not the accumulation of your failures, nor are you captive to cycles that have ruin in your family or your own hands for generations. I am the one who interrupts patterns, who declares new beginnings while the world still insists nothing can change. My word for you does not expire, nor does my invitation lessen. It is renewed with every sunrise and whispered under your every sigh. Let my spirit draw you deeper than the surface, beyond understanding that depth ends in perfect answers or proof in the eyes of others. I am inviting you to taste the freedom of genuine trust, where surrender is not loss but gain beyond imagining. Hear me, you are not behind in your journey, and no thing that matters most requires that you perform for my love. My arms remain open in every storm. My song over you does not falter when your praise is faint. I know the internal wrestlings, the questions that seem to multiply, the hopes that sometimes ache more than satisfy, and yet I am patient, faithful, the unyielding keeper of every promise I have. Pokanavri, you continue to cultivate awareness of my presence as a daily, hourly reality. I am shaping you by silent moments and by loud awakenings. Through joy and through what appears routine, you may feel you're moving in circles or even backwards. Yet I am directing you, orchestrating connections, growth, and healing in ways hidden from anxious eyes. The transformation taking place in you is not fragile, it is rooted in my eternal nature. I am committed to mature you for purposes greater than a single season or set of circumstances. Trust that I don't steamy sorrow nor overlook any true desire seated in your heart by me. As you face doors seem closed or intimidating, remember that I open ways where none once existed. Obstacles in your path become opportunities for my power to display itself. Be willing to see with eyes of faith and gratitude, even when little makes outward sense. Remain teachable, cultivating humility not as defeat, but as the fertile ground where I plant contentment and purpose. I am not ashamed of your questioning, nor threatened by your doubts. I welcome each honest cry as an invitation to reveal my heart even more. Never measure my nearness by your emotions alone, nor restrict my activity to what you expect. I am the loving architect of your days, intimately concerned with details you may dismiss as too small or unimportant. I rejoice over every step toward me, even the hesitance, when you miss the mark. When old wounds flare up, do not wall yourself off in fear or shame. Instead, run to me new. I am always eager to lift your head, restore your soul, and remind you whose you are. Your future is secure not because of perfect circumstances, but because of my unwavering love. I am already present in your tomorrows, preparing blessings and victories as well as the grace to stand firm when storms threaten. Do not fear being misunderstood by others. I understand you fully and have designed you uniquely. Every part of your story matters. The world may diminish, misunderstand, or overlook what sets you apart, but I rejoice in it. Let your heart find rest in my approval. Note in fleeting applause or the shifting standards of those around you. You will never exhaust my care for you. My patience stretches beyond any failure. My vision for you remains vast, undeterred by setbacks or delays you lament. Rather than looking back in regret or forward in anxiety, return to me in each present moment. I am the God of the now, available, attentive, tireless in my pursuit of your good. Rest in my sufficiency where you feel weakness. Let my peace saturate the questions that remain unanswered. Do not confuse waiting with absence, nor silence with indifference. I am intimately near in every pause, working for your ultimate joy. If someone comes to mind who needs this same hope, pause and share these words with them now. Let my comfort flow through you to another. Rise from this encounter with new confidence, anchored not in yourself but in my heart for you. Let hope have the loudest voice. Speak the truth of my goodness over your life until fear is quieted and courage blooms. Will you trust me enough to elka forward when the way seems unclear? Will you choose to believe that my love is strong enough to carry you where your strength slips? I have chosen you, cherished you, delighted in you, and I never change. Amen. Now open your heart fully and respond with bold trust, right where you are. Say yes, it rust you, or amen out loud. Let your own lips seal what your heart is feeling. Step into each day as my beloved, living as the living proof of my unfailing love. Amen.